What's up? How you guys doing? I better test this. I can't test my audio on this until I'm streaming now. They used to have a record mode. Now they don't. They said they made some changes in it. Let's see what this looks like. Rear camera. Flippy out. Oh, okay. It didn't change that much. What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a good day. It's Steven. It's Not Leaving Las Vegas. It's another live stream. And I was walking through the Fashion Show Mall today and I realized, like, dude, this feels like COVID era Vegas. Has anybody been to Vegas lately? Can you like attest to this and tell me? Let me see how my audio sounds. Can you like attest to this? Oh yeah, audio sounds good. Let's see. Audio sounds good. Okay, got a bit of an echo because I have it near there. Yeah, it feels like we're in COVID era Vegas now. It really does. It feels like what it felt like when people were starting to filter back in the city, but you had a lot of people that didn't want to travel as much. And it's a weird vibe around here, and I don't know when it's going to get better or what's going to happen with it. Lorena's coming in a few weeks. Have anybody been here recently? You guys can attest to this. Mike Alexander is in the chats. So it's a strange vibe, and I hope that we can get a positive thing going here for ourselves and we can see stuff. But it's like, yeah, it's like the Strip is COVID era, and I've never seen it like this in a long time. But we'll see. Stock market's not doing too good. A lot of people worried about retirements. The market fell a lot in the last little while. You were here last November. Last November, very, very, very different vibe in November, man. I'll tell you, it was nothing like it is now. So now it's kind of weird. And we were rocking I found the shirt. I love this shirt. Wife bought it in a thrift store, took it to the Philippines with me. Finally fit into it good. National Griswold's Christmas Vacation, one of my favorite shirts. I wish I knew where this actually was originally sold, so when I get some cash together, I can buy some stuff like that. What's up, Realm Entertainment? How you doing? Gene was also there last November. Tobit is in the chat. So we're not trying to pick nits or whatever, but here's the thing. So I'm gonna ask Grok because it's more or less, and I'm not gonna try to mince words with it. Okay, I'm gonna see what it says. I want you to give me a snapshot of how the economy is looking right now. Give me the major indicators, economic indicators on a somewhat pedestrian level that I can understand. Tell me if consumers are bullish or bearish on the economy, and try to predict out what you think the next 3 to 5 months will be for a city like Vegas. So let's see what it tells me. We'll get that going. Last night we had a lot of Novembers here, a lot of November folks out here, huh? Okay, well, I mean, that's fair enough. Yeah, I was supposed to meet some people today. Instead, I fell down a rabbit hole. I was doing sales training all day. I got this video course that I'm doing, and it was great. And then I got caught up and behind, and then I realized, I said, well, Monday's one of my streaming days, so here I am for you guys. But I'd met with them on Saturday, which was fine, which was super nice people. Let's see here, what's you looking at? So let's see here, jobs, employment situation. Jobs are a big deal because they tell us how people are working and earning money. U.S. unemployment rate was hovering around 4.1 to 4.2, which is low historically, meaning most jobs, people can find them. Job growth showed a slowed bit of growth. The ADP job reports were not good last time. ADP is automatic deposit payroll company, and they're not the government. I don't trust any government to give me the good job details. I don't think they're going to tell me the truth. So when I see ADP, I know that like they're expecting 144,000 jobs, and they got themselves 77,000 jobs. That's not a good thing. Spending, consumer spending, 70% of the U.S. economy. January 2025 dips normally. Lingering inflation. This is really pathetic. It's not telling me anything. But inflation is going up and people's personal savings are going up. But it seems like their spending is not going up, which usually indicates that people are worried about what's going to happen in the economy, so they're holding on to their dollars. And we don't have anybody who's chatting anyways, so it doesn't really matter. It's this weird time of the year too, because we changed our clocks forward. So now it doesn't get dark until 6:45. But I still want to start the stream early, so I'm the only streamer who's out here. So yeah, we're going to read some Vegas news as we see if anybody actually shows up for this live stream. What's up, Frank? How you doing? World renowned. I don't know what that was in reference to, but fair enough. Let's see here. Sarah H., thank you for being a member for 49 months. That's a lot of months. I appreciate it. I wonder if this app is any better at giving me notifications and stuff through YouTube system. That'd be cool too. So let's take a look at some news in Vegas. We'll go to news.google. Well, actually just launched the Google app, I guess. That's the best way to do it, which I don't have installed. Oh, that's interesting. Apparently I don't have the Google app installed. So we'll just go to news.google.com, read you some Vegas news while we get started out here. What's up, Mama Storo? What's up, Sask Poo from the Great White North? I'm rocking the Canadian Solidarity hat today while the President of the United States tries to destroy the Canadian economy single-handedly. Las Vegas Strip. Here we go. Boom, boom, pow. Steven, is Vegas down that much? I was in the mall. There's like nobody in the shopping mall. There typically be people in the mall buying stuff. It just has a strange vibe to it. We're going to explore that in a little bit, obviously. But as we go around here, I mean, I don't see anybody at dinner hour at Benihana. And it's 71 degrees. It's the day of the year to do that. You know what I mean? What's up, BSKY? Lawsuit filed by widow of man found dead in strip hotel room after robbery. Really? This is at Palazzo? The family of a man who was found dead inside his room from fentanyl overdose after a robbery by a you-know-what worker, lady of the night, at a strip resort in 2023 has sued the owners of the hotel. According to documents filed in district court late last month, Jennifer Jacoby, the widow of Jeffrey Jacoby, filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Venetian, which owns the Venetian Palazzo, Venetian Casino Resort LLC. Okay. Court documents state that Jeffrey Jacoby, a 55-year-old Colorado resident, was in Vegas in March 2023 for a work conference. While staying at the Palazzo, Jacoby met a woman named Charlie Kesey at a hotel bar after 1 a.m. Prosecutors later said that Kesey was operating as a you-know-what worker that night. The complaint, which asked for a jury trial, alleges that Kesey, while working in tandem with a man named Cash on Glass, walked around the resort's casino floor with Jacoby for 40 minutes before accompanying him to a cashier's cage where he got $1,000. He went to the suite, Kesey went with Jacoby to his hotel room at 2:30 and left the room about 8 minutes later. All along, the lawsuit alleges Kesey was in contact with Glass via text. It states that Glass was acting as her pimp. Later, Jennifer Jacoby called the hotel to request a welfare check on her husband because he hadn't texted her in several hours. What kind of relationship do you have with your significant other? I'm not trying to make fun of that. I'm not making light of it. I'm just curious to know. If your spouse is in Vegas, do you expect a text every hour, every 2 hours, every 3 hours? Tell me in the comments. Tate brothers are going to UFC. I like some of what Andrew Tate says, but a lot of what Andrew Tate says, I think, comes off as misogynistic and angry. So do what you do, boycott them, whatever. I'm not into boycotts. So it was unresponsive on the bathroom floor. Glass and Kesey were later charged with multiple crimes, including murder charges after being accused of giving him a lethal dose of fentanyl. They eventually pled guilty to voluntary manslaughter, robbery with use of a deadly weapon, and burglary. In relation to the case, according to district court records, the pair, according to the records, agreed to the guilty pleas in exchange for other cases being dismissed. According to Nevada Department of Corrections, Glass is serving a 50-year sentence at High Desert State Prison. Glass will be eligible for parole after 20 years. Kesey, according to the department records, is serving time at Florence McClure Women's Correctional Facility, serving a 20-year sentence, eligible parole after 8. The lawsuit alleges that the Palazzo security guards should have alerted Jacoby that he was being followed by Glass. It also alleges the casino operators would have been able to identify Glass and Kesey because they had a history of targeting hotel guests to rob and victimize them. Ben Edwards, blah, blah, blah. Anytime you invite somebody onto your property, you have an obligation to make sure the place is safe. Whoa, Kabir. Kaboom from Kabir. Kabir sent $25 to our Cash App. Thank you. So, I don't know, man. I mean, here's the thing. What do you think about that? Like, does the Venetian and the Palazzo have a responsibility to make sure that, you know, your man doesn't hire a lady of the night in Vegas and go up to the room and have a party and takes too much fentanyl? It's not an insignificant little question. It's a real question that I don't know. What's up?
I know you. I watch you all the time.
What's your name?
Matt.
Matt, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, okay. Where are you from?
Utah.
Utah.
Salt Lake City.
Okay. Or what part? Because I know it's like little. My uncle used to live in Taylorsville, for example.
Harriman.
I don't know that part.
See where Bluffdale is? You know where Kennecott is?
Sure.
Right,
we'll just go with that. Okay. Is it like a nice little?
Mine,
oh, okay. Is it like a nice little community or what? Is it like suburbs?
It's actually growing.
Really?
Yeah,
everything's growing.
Yeah.
How many Californians you got out there?
Utah's crazy.
I know.
All the jackasses from California are moving now.
Well, they're not all bad.
As long as they keep their politics there.
Sure. They got to keep their politics and they got to drive a little slower.
And get out of the left lane.
That's true, man. Are you excited? Let me ask you. You're from Utah. Are you excited about the hockey or what?
I'm not a sports fan.
Not a sports guy. Okay. Do you know anybody who's like following it? I was curious.
Yeah, we had the Grizzlies, so it's pretty popular.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got the new stadium coming up for the Bees.
It's true.
Building the new stadium there. So.
Man, you guys should
Utah's
have.
Beautiful. Salt Lake's pretty.
Salt Lake Bees have been around forever. It's popular up there, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's cool, man. All right.
Yeah. Well, have a good night,
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, Matt. That was Matt from Salt Lake area. So, let's see what your comments say, because I'm curious on this one to see what you say. Oh, we had nobody. I'm not on Fremont, so welcome to the Strip. I mean, Fremont's active, but this is where it's supposed to be at. You know what I'm saying? Money grab, the husband was a big boy. It's the hotel, not the hotel's fault, okay? Mickey responded. Is it busy for March Madness? Is that even going on right now? I don't think so. Is it already? Because I know they said UNLV lost their last game of the regular season to somebody that they played. I don't know, man. When does March Madness start? I don't even know. Let's hear it for the boys. To give the boys a hand. Okay, so that's that. I don't know, man. I mean, like usually what happens in Nevada is that the courts are always going to side with the businesses. Almost always. It's almost always going to be that the hotel is kind of absolved of everything. And there's a couple of active lawsuits over people that had cardiac arrests and things of this sort in the casinos. But again, it always comes down to taking personal responsibility for your actions. Well, and if you're gonna listen, man, here's the deal, dude. 9/10 of you guys are not all that interesting. She probably doesn't want to, you, just because you're a cool guy. After 10 minutes in the hotel, if she says want to go party, you should know that you're breaking several laws. You're breaking laws. Breaking the law, like Beavis and Butthead would say. And the minute you go and negotiate that deal, all bets are off. There's always a handler. That person could be dangerous. They could be out there just to rob you. They could be out there to murder you. They didn't mean to kill this guy. I'd imagine they weren't like, hey, how can we make a guy overdose on fentanyl today? But that's horrible. Las Vegas Strip Casino closes country superstars through Residency. I've not seen this article. This comes from The Street, which means it's going to be 500 words of a Vegas Residency is when somebody plays at the same resort for a lot of times. Like, this is how they do theirs. So you aren't paying for blank, you are paying them to leave. Oh, okay. Okay. So like this is how I hate these articles. This right here is such AI trash. We're talking about a country superstar's residency. And then the article talks about Wayne Newton and talks about Donny Osmond, Barry Manilow, blah, blah, blah. First-time residencies coming to the Strip. The biggest debut will be Kenny Chesney at the Sphere for 15 shows. Legendary bands, New Kids on the Block. Okay, I don't care. Garth Brooks. There it is. Garth Brooks. I told you guys. I said I don't think Garth Brooks will be around for much longer at the Caesars. Because the guy basically fled the United States of America because either, number one, he's being Me Too'd. How many people? 329 people watching. We're reading the Vegas news and then we're going to go explore. If you're just new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So we read the news sometimes on our live streams. So we got Garth Brooks' residency closing at Caesars. That is a fairly major deal, bro. Like, Garth was on a huge high dollar 54 shows. They didn't renew them. Oh, don't go figure. Well, how much did those tickets say they cost? Oh, man. That doesn't matter. Strip workers smile as they dish out casinos cocktails. But this is the Vegas you don't see. Netflix and grill. Women in March to honor International Women's Day. Las Vegas Strip executive retiring after 3 decades with MGM Resorts. Then there's the fentanyl overdose that we talked about. Counting Crows. No kidding. I would love to see Counting Crows. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. Yeah. Planet Hollywood Live Theater, August 9th. Down at the New Amsterdam. Down at this yellow-haired girl, Mr. Jones strikes up a conversation with a black-haired flamenco dancer. Let's see here. There's a no. Vegas Strip Casino signs 90 superstar for first residency. So we got a new residency coming up here in Vegas. Again, it's from thestreet.com, so I got to scroll that much just to see who it is. Okay, so it looks like it is. Who's the 90s superstar coming? Oh, it's Alanis Morissette. We already talked about Alanis. She's going to be headlining over at the Coliseum. At the Coliseum. Isn't it ironic? It's not. It's not ironic, but I can say it's ironic, don't you think? Mint 400 parade, so they're doing off-roading in Vegas. Circus at Adventure Dome discount. Okay, so you get a discount for locals on Saturday if you're going to go down to the Adventure Dome at Circus, but you got to live here for that. 2025 WWE Hall of Fame ceremony takes place at Fontainebleau. That sounds fun. Yeah, if you guys have news, let me know. Tell me it all. The audio does sound good tonight for now. I love my Canadian hat because I feel like I'll get the Canadians to like, share, and subscribe my video. Oh yeah, is Ringo and Friends on tonight? That would be cool. What would you do if I sang on a tune? Las Vegas casinos. This is, again, whenever you see thestreet.com, you know it's going to be a bunch of hogwash, and then there will be a nugget of good stuff. Las Vegas casinos struggle to overcome. Now, you say I'm bad for clickbait. I'm the clickbaiter. Las Vegas casinos struggle to overcome alarming trend. Let's see what this is all about. Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Despite bad news about consumer confidence and the downward trend of vacation plans and travel in January and February, I swear to you, February. Do you see it? February. It's right there. They can't even. You sell ads on this website. Anyway, Las Vegas Strip reported a year-over-year. There's the first increase in monthly gaming wins. Nevada statewide gaming results in January follow the Strip's trend, increase year-over-year. Downtown Las Vegas gaming revenue declined 2.29%. Win revenue rose for fiscal year. South Lake Tahoe gaming results. So that's not it. There's not even any disturbing trend in here, but they're going to clickbait you, and that's a major website. Let's see. Hi, how are you?
Steven, oh my God,
What's your name?
Trucking landlord.
Chuck?
Trucking landlord.
Oh, trucking land. I seen you on the thing. Yeah. Good.
Well, I'm kind of embarrassed because I'm live streaming and I didn't intend to come across.
You're streaming now?
I don't have a
Who are you
Google or
who are you
anything.
streaming to?
Like 4 people.
That's okay. Who are they? Trucking landlord. Oh, okay. Oh, you guys are from Iowa.
Yeah.
Is it true that all the corn is grown, we can't eat it, most of it? It's like all just, because somebody told me Iowa, most of the farmers grow corn to make high fructose corn syrup. You probably wouldn't want to eat it.
Oh, I've heard. Can I video you?
Of course.
This would be awesome. This is
Don't matter to me. I'm on a video, you're on a video, everybody's
All
on a video.
7 people that are watching me.
Yeah.
This is not leaving Las Vegas.
Hi.
Steve.
Hey guys, how you doing?
And
You're doing the vertical. I like that.
Well, they seem to get more people looking.
Sure.
Sound like I
More
don't.
than 6.
Yeah,
That's okay.
'cause, 6 is better than 0.
Okay. So your channel's called Trucking Landlord?
Yeah,
Okay.
at Trucking Landlord. you'll
Trucking
find it.
Landlord,
I
okay.
mostly just do shorts unless I'm out doing something interesting.
Okay. Is it all around Iowa and stuff like that?
Well, I've been traveling all over the country. So
That's you,
That's
right?
it.
Yeah, I recognize your logo. I recognize your icon. But you got 1,890 subscribers.
Isn't that something?
That's pretty great. You know how many people don't ever get that many subscribers? A lot. Most people don't get that many subscribers. So you're
I
doing
think
good.
What it was is, I retired about a year and a half ago, and before that, obviously, I was a truck driver. So I would just video random stuff I saw going down the road.
Right.
You're not supposed to video while you're driving down the road.
Well, I
especially
won't
in a
tell any.
semi-truck.
I'm not telling nobody.
I'm officially retired, so I don't care.
There you go. I'm going to post your link in here. People can come over and subscribe to you and stuff like that.
Well,
So I'll
cool.
post your link in there a few times for them. Yeah.
Well, and I would just do random videos, wide loads or a truck was on fire, and I'd
Okay.
take a big quick short. And most of what I have ever done is just shorts and a few
Okay.
wides, kayaking or something.
See, and if your people meet you on a short video, then they'll appreciate the vertical. If I try to do vertical, everybody screams bloody murder and yells at me for it. I'm like, okay, whatever. Don't matter to me. That's cool.
Whatever they'll watch, I guess.
That's right. So how do you like your trip to Vegas this time?
Oh, it's good.
We just got here today.
We're good.
Okay,
We
right on.
landed and we got there too early to even get in our motel room. They wanted to charge us $30 to check in early, so we just walked around with our bags and ate.
What a racket. They didn't check your bags for you?
Well, we didn't even look at that. It
We
was a
sh-
self-check-in kiosk.
Oh, no. Go to the human being. Just say, check my bags for me. I don't carry your stuff. Where'd you put them now, though? Are they in the room?
Yeah.
I don't want to say.
Yeah, we got checked in now.
Okay, very good.
And went to Earl's Sandwich.
Okay.
Planet Hollywood.
Okay, good.
Good enough.
All right, cool. Well, I appreciate it. Hopefully you get some people watching you and stuff like that. There you go. Trucking in. Nice to meet you guys,
I
too.
can't believe I actually met you.
That's
Yeah,
cool,
that's
man.
awesome.
There you go, guys.
I mean, we were watching from the backyard.
Oh, wow. That long
Right,
ago.
way back. Yeah.
Wow, that was like
so
6 years ago.
We've been watching
Wow. Thank you, guys. I'm honored.
And we were saying, oh, one of these days we'll see him out
one
there.
of these days.
One of these
Did it
days.
happen?
All
We
right.
didn't even plan to
No.
bomb your stream or raid your channel.
I'm just
We would
gonna.
have chased you down if we could have, but you were never out whenever we were here.
You sure I don't owe you money or anything? Okay. Just double checking. All right, cool.
That's great.
Right.
Oh, shoot.
What's that?
I would have been embarrassed.
If you didn't
What
what?
you're gonna do?
Because I don't.
Oh,
give
you don't have to.
super chats.
Well, that's nice. Yeah, I
Why?
appreciate
Super
you.
chats are the best.
Aw,
Just give you
you're
one so
nice.
the
I
tax
appreciate you.
man can't take it.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Am I allowed to show them what you gave me? You gave me $20. Look at that.
That's
Did you
all
just?
the money I brought to
Oh,
Vegas
okay.
and the earplug. You can
It's all he
tell I'm
brought.
going downtown later. I
He's
brought
gonna
my
put it on me to
earplug.
gamble it for him. So no, I don't gamble. You guys are great. Well, super nice, yeah. I appreciate you
I
guys.
can't believe we met you. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You're like the
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
godfather
no problem.
of YouTube, or
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
granddaddy of YouTube.
Jacob's before me, and he's great. So that's good. You
Well,
know.
for me, because it was during the pandemic,
Oh, I got you.
and I hadn't really watched YouTube much at all. And I come home from driving all weekend, and there's my wife be watching you or watching Vegas. And
Wow. Right on.
I had signed off on even going to Las Vegas because I've been there a couple times. I don't drink, I don't gamble.
Right, right.
And then after watching you walking up and down the strip when it was vacant, and you looking in, then I felt, can we ever go back? Could you
It
see
kind of feels.
hotels?
I was saying on my thing, it feels like that today. There's a level of people is not here, so it's weird.
It's busy Monday night. There's people everywhere.
On the
Yeah.
other
I'm gonna go
side.
find them if they're out here, because it sure doesn't feel like it here. The other side.
Yeah.
All right.
The link was crazy busy. I
Okay.
thought,
We'll
but
take a look. I'll
maybe
I'll,
by
I'll
your
change the
standards.
title if I have to. You know, it's all good.
But from what I see,
Give me one. Yeah, be
on
good.
the live stream, it looked busy.
All right.
Be back at it.
I appreciate you guys. You're super generous, guys. Appreciate you guys.
Rash you on your channel again. I'll say something inappropriate.
No problem,
you can
man.
warn me about
No,
it.
I won't do that. I'm done with that era. All right, guys, we're gonna go take a walk. We're gonna take a walk. I could sit here all night, but there's 400 people almost watching, and not so I could sit here all night. I know you guys don't want that. But I just wanted to read some Vegas news to you guys and just chat with you for a little bit. And we got our bag, and I got my water, and I got my mic. And so if you guys don't know where we're at right now, this is why I said when I started this, because this was what I saw today. So we're in front of the Fashion Show Mall. Usually there's going to be people at the cigar bar. There's going to be people over here at the Benihana. There's going to be people over, but I don't see much. And there's also not a lot of traffic. So let's take a quick looky-loo in this area. I know what this was like on Saturday. It was hopping, and it just kind of disappears on a Monday. So we'll see how it goes. Super chats. Jacob is a schmuck. He thinks he's the best ever. No, Jacob is a very talented guy. You know how I know? Because the YouTube algorithm and the viewers like him. And guys, whether or not you like a person, you got to admit, like Game of Thrones may not have been for you, but Game of Thrones, it pulled monster numbers, right? You say, I don't like Game of Thrones. That's okay. Lots of people did. And you know, the viewership always tells the tale, my friends. Always tells the tale. So, what am I even looking at? What is this? Make friends with sushi. Make friends with raw. Get a free sushi. Oh, they're doing coupons. I don't want to touch stuff I see randomly on the ground. And if you're hungry, you just look on the ground. You can get part of a gross looking, you know, I eat that kind of stuff. I ate 5 sandwiches with 12 ounces of roast beef last night. But the reason I did that was because it was real roast beef, no nitrates, all that kind of stuff. Go to the promenade and ask for Caesar. So if this does get busy, maybe it isn't COVID. I mean, but what this feels like is when COVID reopening happened, when we kind of rebuilt, you know, and the economy was rebuilding and that kind of stuff. Hi, Steven, watching from the Canary Islands by your illicit bank account. I love these. This makes me feel like I'm in Minority Report. Bloop. Never seen these before? Are these the ones? Oh, this is the one. Check this out, okay? Watch how this goes. So I'm gonna show you. Let's see if I can actually angle it, and hopefully you guys can see the screen halfway decently. I want to show you something. But I should also check my audio levels because they seem to act weird here as well. Okay, hold on. What am I even looking at? Oh, trucking landlord meets Bob Dingo. Okay, that was the live stream. Let me see if my audio levels are good. Yeah, they're fine. So watch the way the screen works. I gotta see where I am on the screen. I don't even know. So watch. So I love this because it's like, you remember Minority Report? You can, it's like the world's biggest iPhone. The resolution sucks, but this is so much better than it was. And you can just load up the floors you want to go to. And I don't know if you can, you can't.
It's not that way.
You can tilt it. Dude just looked at me and my stuff real sketch. I gotta be careful. So you can tilt it, I think, with your fingers. Pretty cool, right? But it obviously has some issues. How did I, okay. So it's like I'm playing with Google Earth or something like that. That's some cool stuff. Let's get going here. Oh, Coach is in the chat. Hey, buddy. I spent time with Coach yesterday. He's not visiting many people right now because of his, you know, the thing and the stuff and, the, you know, the thing. It's awesome. You go down to Coach. He sounds like that character from South Park. Be like, I was like, oh man, how you doing? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, what the? No, he doesn't sound that bad. Just, we're gonna go sing Johnny Cash karaoke, me and Coach. You know, welcome to the English Hotel. No, they didn't give him a tracheotomy. Although if I had one of those, I would totally have a YouTube channel. Everybody's mad at me now. They're like, how dare you? He fought cancer. Yeah, and he's beating it, and he's got a sense of humor, and I have a morbid one. I don't know, does Vegas look busy? It looks like when COVID rebuilding was happening, if I'm going to be totally frank and upfront with you. I'm going to go to Senior Frogs. I'll break right in. I'll bust right into that place. I have a hooded sweatshirt. I'll wrap it around my hand, and I'll punch through the window. Punch through the window. Ooh. Now, I had a nice chat with him yesterday. Had a God chat with him. Had a Jesus chat. I had to ask him questions because he's more learned in that stuff than me, and it was all part of a journey that I'm on. It's great stuff, man. I needed that. What would I see closing permanently? Not much. I mean, I think some of the, I think there's going to be, I don't know, man. I'd have to think on that one. Man, is it ever gorgeous out though? Like, I can't get over the weather, bro. Let's see if there's people in front of the promenade. Probably there is. Am I able to stop on a bridge? Brother, I can do anything I want. I'll walk in the middle of the street if I want. Doesn't make it legal. There's a stupid bylaw. I know what you're talking about. But I wouldn't say anybody's gonna say anything to you. You know, I haven't seen anybody say anything to anybody. And now all the entertainers are just hanging out on the strip. Yeah, there's hardly anybody out here. Now all the entertainers are just standing on Las Vegas Boulevard like it ain't no thing. China is putting 100% on tariffs coming from Canada? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, no, that can't be right. Canadian Pride, I've never known you to be untruthful. But if that's true, that's really bad for Canada. Why would they do that? Oh my gosh. No kidding. No, boy, it autocorrects. Oh boy. China hits back at Canada with agriculture. Well, that's 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I don't see anything like that. China imposes retaliatory tariffs on Canadian farm and food. Additional 100% tariffs will be imposed on Canadian you can't say that word on YouTube. We'll call it our word, seed oil. Oil cakes, peas. That's crazy. We have 20% on China. Anyway, this is my favorite area, and when it's hot out, it's always a little cooler here because of the water. Look how classy this place is, man, I'm telling you. You left your phone at the Wynn and security found it. That's great, man. Wow. Told you, I have some pretty good audio video quality today. Maple syrup and all that stuff. I imagine a lot of that stuff is imported by China or exported from Canada to China to make food products that are then shipped back to us. Hey Adam, no, I'm not a gambling man, dude. But this is not a gamble to find something gorgeous like this. Yeah. Trudeau's no more. So what I wonder is if when I'm switching my cameras, if my audio then gets disrupted. Let me find out. I'm gonna go look now. We'll see. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. No, I don't think that's doing it. I'm trying to troubleshoot my app. What do I do for fun in Vegas, bro? If I was coming to Vegas, here's what I would do. I would see every single free thing you could possibly see. I would go to the Luxor and make sure I checked out that amazing building. I would go over to the New York, and probably do the roller coaster and check out the New York. I would get into a sporting event that I liked. I would go to the Sphere and make sure I see that place. And I'm a passive person on a budget. So if I was going to do Vegas, it would be on an extreme budgetary type of style too, just so you're aware. I'd make sure I went to Resorts World and checked out the art, because I like architecture and photography. So that's another thing too. I'd bring my camera with me. I would make sure we see the Bellagio, for example. I would eat at as many places that were not in my local jurisdiction as I possibly could while I was here. And that means that if you're a Canadian, for example, you might want to smash Krispy Kremes or go to a Chick-fil-A if it's not in your town. I know they have Chick-fil-A's in Canada, but not every city. So I would identify places for food that I couldn't go to. I would check out retail shops that I couldn't get anywhere else, especially if you're into high fashion. A ton of those things out here. I would go up Spring Mountain Road, which is that way into Chinatown, and I would check out some of the local cuisine up there. So, you know. Why would we ignore Blue Mar? Blue Mar's fine. It's called the Gulf of America, and you can cry over it, but it's the law now, and it's on Google Maps and Apple Maps. So people get all up in arms about stuff, and there's nothing you can do to change it. Fremont also has, yeah, definitely. I would 110% go down to Fremont Street. I would go on the Fremont Street website. And I might time it if I was coming in the summertime. I might time my trip to coincide with a band I want to see. So lots of different things. If you're not a person that comes in and spends thousands on things, I would definitely save up and I would do a buffet while I'm here. Like, you know, maybe the Caesar's Palace or the Bellagio. Do a dinner buffet. Absolutely, 100%. Right? If you're an outdoors person, there's a ton of outdoorsy stuff you can do. You should definitely go down to Hoover Dam. Doug, if Canadians are offended by what some guy in my chat says they just need to chill. Love them all. Yeah, if I was coming in, I would take an Uber or a Lyft over to the Vons store on the corner of Tropicana and Maryland Parkway. It's a grocery store, Vons, aka Safeway. I don't know who else. Vons owns a lot of stuff. It might be Kroger Corporation. Not really sure. I would buy all my stuff there. Let's go to the Great Minor Soccer Mayor's Cup. Chat about Vegas is like, yeah, we got a lot of Canadians watching. Hey, Canadians, I'm a Canadian too by birth. I've been in the States for 20 years. I want you to know I'm proud to be Canadian, and I'm proud to be in America, be here legally, and I'm proud that Canada's a great place with, I'm gonna pray that their problems get fixed soon. And you know, don't hold it against me that I do I do consider America more my place in Canada, but you know, everybody who's from Canada, you should not boycott Vegas because of one man. You're just kind of robbing yourself of the pleasure. And if there's any Americans watching, you should not boycott Canada because of what's happening. You should go to Canada in the summertime when it's no risk of it being cold and wintry. And yes, there are parts of Canada that can be cold and wintry all the way into May. So, you know, nobody should be not traveling because of politics. That's just a shame. That's a crying shame. Ooh, and a crying shame. Why did that song just come into my head? I don't even know who sings that song. You've never seen Canadian Pride, and I've been here longer than you. Well, if you're from Canada, I've seen it. I had a teacher when I was in 8th grade. He was a social studies teacher. He was all about that. He was actually kind of anti-American, and that was a long time ago. When would I have been in 8th grade? I don't even remember. What's up with the Mirage now? Oh, they got pillars, they're pouring concrete and stuff like that. We'll go over there. My stocks are down 20% in the past month. I might hold off a big Vegas trip. Guys, it's gonna go back up, okay? So statistically, we enter into a full bear market about every 6 years, 5 years. We could be in one now because we're at the same place we were 5 years ago when COVID-19 hit. And the stock market and the world melted down. I made $400 today in one account, and then I went into demo account and made another $5. But, you know, I don't have 401ks, and I know you guys are worried about that. Johnny from Chicago. Does somebody want to tell Airbender that I know about the markets, kind of, sort of? Does somebody want to fill Airbender in as to why I actually understand the markets more than some people? Yes, I get it. By the way, is anybody being crushed by daylight savings time? Just like the worst. Just the worst, man. I mean, like, I get up every day at 5 a.m. No hay problema, senor. No hay problema. Get up. Today, it's like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? I literally traded, and at 7:15, I tried to go back to sleep for an hour before my day kind of started. You know. But, yeah. Why is everybody so sensitive? Ooh, he's so sensitive. Oh, I don't like the time change. Yeah, it messes up your circadian rhythms, man. Arizona's the only one with any sense. But, you know, Arizona doesn't pay attention to daylight savings time or Martin Luther King Day, which they should on the second thing. They should. When Musk gives me my 5K, I'm going to bet it all to Cosmo. Dude, invest that money. Saskatchewan doesn't have it either. The farmers have no. They will take no part in all that nonsense. How many miles do I walk? A lot. Yesterday, well, we can just kind of extrapolate that right now, I guess. Let's see. It's COVID era Vegas has made a return, man. I don't know, man. Shouldn't be this dead even on a Monday. I love that. Isn't that a gorgeous view? Friday we did 4.4 miles. Saturday we did 6.2 miles. Sunday we did 3.9 miles. That's not right though. I'm going to tell you right now. It's not right at all, period. The pedometer app on this phone doesn't seem to do it right. So 15,500 steps on Friday, 18,264 on Saturday, and 15,588 on Sunday. So 15 plus 15, 16, 15 plus 16 plus 18, 15 plus 16 plus 18, 49,000 steps in miles, roughly 49,000 steps in miles. 24 and a half miles for the weekend. I want you guys to do me a favor. I wanted to do it while there was more people on the stream. We have a friend named Mark D. Mark D is a person who's been watching me for a while. I've met him in real life. He's got a house here and he's in Texas. So he commutes, and they thought he had like a flu, and it turned out it was something much more serious. So yeah, you do need the gym. I love it when people say you don't need the gym. You walk 24 miles. Who cares? Walking is nothing. Gym is life. So we want to thank Mark D for his support, because he's been very supportive, and we want to also wish him all the best of luck. So give him lots of love in the chats if you guys can. I want to remember the 42-minute mark. Can we say get well, Mark D? Mark D, and he's a really great guy. So say Mark D, lots of love, speedy recovery. He's in the hospital right now. He needs all the inspiration and all the inspirato he can get. Thank you, Hop and Go. I'm gonna, because what I'm gonna do after this is I'm gonna timestamp this and send it to his wife, because it's inspirational for him. So come on, get those well wishes, get those prayers going. He needs lots of love. With prayer, anything is possible. And even if you're not that way, you can still send lots of love and well wishes. What are we doing as people getting all bent out of shape here? We got Canadian Pride going over. What is happening now? With all the glitz and lights of the new casinos, people forget what Vegas is all about. You're on the guy party with the wrong people. You're on the replay. Sun will be setting in a bit. That's true. I'm not commenting anymore because, well, Canadian Pride, you might as well just never come into my chats ever again. What a silly thing. I'm taking my ball and going home. Either I'm allowed to chat and Blue Mars can't chat, or I'm never going to comment again. Well, Canadian Pride, listen, bro, I'm being very good to you. You have been great, but if you're not going to comment anymore, I just prefer you don't watch. If you're going to punish me because Blue Mars, because you don't know how to tap the 3 dots over his icon and mute him, that's on you, brother. Or you can just tap the 3 dots and mute him and be an adult. So Travis, Mark D was in our group on Discord, on our group on Discord. He was like the one student that would keep coming back to me and Trisha, and he was watching all the videos and stuff like that. I don't care what you do, Canadian Pride. But I'm going to tell you a little thing, Canadian Pride. I'm Canadian. Don't act so Canadian, Canadian Pride. You're acting very butthurt, Canadian Pride. This is the biggest failing of Canadians. Either you guys get your way 100%, or you throw a little temper tantrum and you get all pissed off. Oh, how dare you? No, Canadian Pride. See, that's the thing, brother. We have freedom of speech in America. Blue Mars wants to talk a bunch of stuff and he's not being racist or hateful. So be it. You can avoid him. Don't be pissy. How much calories do I burn? You don't hardly burn any calories doing this kind of exercise. This kind of exercise is super low intensity. It doesn't really deplete glycogen stores. It doesn't really burn a lot. It's more like a fat. It can burn fat, but it doesn't really burn fat. You know, I mean, unless you're in very bad shape and you walk, you know, and then your body adjusts to it. So, no, I go to the gym 4 times a week. I don't look like I go to the gym, but I do. See, Canadian pride, I'm telling you, bro, your Canadian is showing. You're very polite, but when people don't adhere to you exactly, you're storming off. Don't do that anymore, please. Please, brother. This is what I mean about when I say I love my country. I love Canadians, but y'all got a thin skin. You let Donald Trump infect your brains about the 51st state stuff. And Canadian pride, don't be like that. I'm hoping the new In-N-Out on the Strip opens soon. Yeah, me too, brother. That'd be cool. There's your Mirage shot. Wall Street Warlord has entered the chat. It's all or none. Yeah, don't live your life in extremes, man. Never said you were brainwashed, buddy. I said you're being very Canadian. You're doing that thing where you get really upset over a small thing and change everything up. Whoa. Do-do-do-do-do. One of these days, your heart will stop and play its final beat. Hard Rock is on track for 2028. It's gonna be a few years. It's gonna look radically different. But it's all right. Yeah, BTC is Bitcoin down, stocks down, YM, NQ, ES. Everything is down. Oh my goodness. Easy for you to say. My heart has never been broken. Your heart has never been stolen. Not yet, not yet. One of these days. We're living dangerously right now, walking into the Venetian with a live stream going. They don't typically like this, so let's see if we can go up the escalators here to the Grand Canal and show you that Mirage. I'm happy you're still chatting, Canadian Pride. Just mute that Blue Mars fella. No reason for you to not have your voice in the channel, but no reason for you to feel the need to stomp out with your hockey puck. I'm taking my puck, and now nobody can play with me. I'm taking my hockey net, and I'm going home, guys. Is daytime nighter better? It depends on what you like, Blue Mars. I like daytime, but it's so hot in the summertime. I mean, I really like this time of the day. Actually, no, just to be honest, the golden hour is the perfect time of the day. Look at that ceiling, man. Because you have to hold on what we got. It doesn't make a difference if you like it or not. We got each other. That's a lot for love. Well, give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. So we can actually see this now. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. I gotta find a good place to put this, because if I put it in the wrong place, my tripod is too big. Too big. It's water in Filipino. All right, so what do we got here? 5 times zoom. Joop. See, Steven, next time I come to Vegas, should I wear a Pepsi shirt in the Coke store? Yeah, you know why? Because nobody gives a shit. That's the fun part about America, dude. Nobody gives a shit. In Canada, that'll get you kicked out. How dare you? Oh my gosh, this man wore a Maple Leaf sweater to a Montreal Canadiens game. Dude, Canadian Pride, nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. They don't care, bro. This is America. Do you? We love you. Love you so much. How do you think Metallica would do at the Sphere? I think Metallica would do real well because of their demographic having lots of money by now. I really think so. So there's your, you can see that they're forming the whoa, Philippe! Philippe paid me for my awful singing. Oh my gosh, Philippe, I am incredibly, I'm gonna call you Philippe. It's the Canadian in me coming out. Oh my gosh, Philippe, thank you so much. Your name is probably Philip, but I'm calling you Philippe because it's Canadianism night tonight. So yeah, so we can see the construction pillars going up here. I like to sing on my streams, and I decided after one night of not doing it that it was too much. It was causing me pain, and I'm gonna do it. And people might not like it, but I'm brave enough to do it. Yeah, I think this is actually probably the guitar structure they're building out right now, but I can't know for sure. But here's why I say that. Do you see the bottom blue part? The bottom blue part almost looks curved, right? It looks curvaceous. Now, I don't know if that's a curved thing. Look at the Rio in the background. My goodness. So that's what we got. But man, yeah, man, welcome to America. You do you. Watch me do me. Watch me do me. Oh, I was listening to The Lonely Island the other day. It's so good. It's my gym music sometimes, bro. Like, so weird, I know. Oh, I'm gonna get some water. You guys can watch the strip a little bit more here as I go here. Yeah, they're making really fast progress. You're gonna see the progress here. It's gonna kick up really quickly before you know it. Before you know it, you're gonna be walking like on this side of the street and you'll see all those walls sticking up and stuff like that. I'd rather the guitar don't block the strip view. It's gonna block the strip view. I mean, that's what it's gonna do. It's okay. I like it. I like the idea of the guitar. I think it's gonna be an amazingly cool new era. Oh man, I bought water. Where is it? I left my water bottle that I was gonna fill up in the car. Steven, what are your thoughts on taxpayers' money being used for the patch? For the patch? I don't know about that. I think taxpayers should pay for anything. Except for critical government services that we all rely on. H. Preciado, thank you so much, sir. Truthfully, I wasn't able to go to the game, guys. Luke had a last-minute ticket he couldn't get rid of, and he tried to give it to me, and my live stream went really long. That was my responsibility. And then I had a meetup with a dear friend. That was another responsibility. Then I had a sales call, and that was a responsibility. And then by the time the game was ready, I wasn't able to get there in time. That's the second hockey game I've missed, unfortunately. But here's the thing, man. I take free my whole life, and it's the thing that does the most damage to my family and my situation. I won't go into it now, but I took so many free trips and so many free things that's paused my YouTube channel and caused my family to miss a beat. So maybe this is, the devil is always trying to attack us, guys. The devil's always trying to get us off of our path, our journey. Had I gone to that game, I might have lost money in the markets today, or maybe I wasn't able to do and perform the way. Whoa, Nick Gasmina. Thank you so much, Nick. If you guys use our link, I will always shout you out. If it's not a super chat, I'm so happy. If it's a super chat, I'm so happy. But it'll always help us more to use one of those PayPal or Venmo or Cash App options. So that's the thing. And how does enemy attack you? Offering you a free trip that gets you slightly off path. The enemy attacked that man at the Venetian. Lady of the night with fentanyl, and now he's gone off this planet, sadly. We lost last night. I don't like to see my team lose, so in a way I'm glad I wasn't able to go. Boom. There was a note attached. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Let me take a look, my friend. Whoa, Brenda Frank. Thank you, Brenda Frank. Let's go take a look at the note attached. As long as it doesn't show your address, I'll show it. It says, oh my gosh, Nick, you are poking the beehive. You want to read Nick's comment? It says, please use this for yourself or to help someone in need. Just don't send it to Canada. That is funny, big boy. Oh my gulai. I'm gonna have to go and look at all those now. Dita Von Teese. See, that's the kind of stuff that only the Venetian can pull off. I've actually, this place is rad. Black Tap in the Venetian, you should check Black Tap out. It's a great place.
I'm getting waxed. I'm getting waxed. I'm getting waxed.
At the world's greatest wax museum.
The world's greatest wax museum.
The world's greatest wax
I don't know who any of these people are. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know him. Who's that? I don't know. I don't know. He's a musician? I don't know. Who are these people? I don't know any of these people. I'm so old. Whoa. I'm so old. Going to Ireland next week. I'm worried about increased terror. Why? There's no terrorism in Ireland. Just drink whiskey. I don't know anybody there. Like, I'm like Jerry Seinfeld. Who are these people? Love to see you back out doing live streams. Cool. Cristiano says, I might have probably asked this before, but do you still believe that Vegas will adjust its prices? No, actually. Oh, that was RuPaul? The bald person was RuPaul? Okay, cool. No, I actually, yeah, it makes sense. RuPaul has no hair. Grant Hill drinks Sprite. That's an old Sprite commercial for all you old farts in there. Travis Barker, okay. No, I will have the video up probably tomorrow on Patreon first. Patreon.com/NotLeavingLasVegas. We will drop it on the channel later, but I actually filmed a video on the Strip on Saturday about why the prices are never coming down in Vegas, no matter what you think, you know. So no, well, what's up, Rich L? How you doing, brother? So there's lots of people down here, but it's still not where it should be for March. Yeah, I mean, JK keeps saying that. Is Lake Louise? Yeah, man, Lake Louise is gorgeous. The water at Lake Louise is this blue color. Lake Louise. It's expensive though. Lake Louise is a very expensive place, just so you know. The water at Lake Louise. This is a real photo. I'll show you. This is in Alberta, in the Rockies. The water there is that color. You know why? Because there's copper in that lake bed, and the water reacts with copper. You guys remember, if you're old enough, back when pennies used to be made from copper, and you would see a copper penny that was in the rain and it would turn bluish? Well, that water is that blue color because there's copper in that lake bed. It's very expensive though, and it got bought out by a corporation like Fairmont or something like that. But it's worth going there. Rent a car, go out there. You have to pay a fee to get into the national park, but it's still, you know, it's still a thing you should see in your life. It's different than the American Rockies. Better or worse, I don't know. My theories on why Vegas is dead. People who are doing well right now are not spending their money because they're not prepared. They don't know what's coming in the next part of the economy. So consumer saving is up, but consumer spending is down. So people are withholding things like trips until they see which direction the economy is going to go in. Interest rates are still high. Unemployment is actually peaking. It's not spiking, but it's creeping up. Manufacturing is down this month. We have more consumer credit card debt than we've had, I think, in 30 years right now. So a lot of people are living on credit cards more than ever. They're paying their bare minimums on things. There are some people on mortgages that are being adjusted right now, so their housing bills are going up. And a lot of people are sitting on their hands waiting for what the economy does next. So they're not taking capital expenditures like trips to Vegas as much. Yeah, Big Boy's not wrong. I mean, there's... So when you're sitting on your cash isn't moving in the economy, right? When you're sitting on your money, it's not doing anything. It's just sitting in a bank account somewhere. And the government can do things to try to stimulate people to spend, like maybe Doge checks. They did it with COVID-19. You put that money back into the economy, but then if you print too much of it, then you flood the market with money and the goods and services go up and that creates inflation. But if you lower interest rates, you create inflation. Why? Does that make sense? Did you guys know that lower interest rates creates inflation? Say yes in the chat or no in the chat. Do you know why lowered interest rates would create inflation? Because everybody wants interest rates to be cut, right? Got to cut the interest rates. Interest rates are too high. Did you know that if the interest rates get cut, inflation goes up? Yes or no in the chat? Tell me. I'll explain that if you want. Menopause musical. So yeah, well, think about it this way, okay? I want you to consider something. Let's say right now you qualify for a home loan, and the home loan you could get is a $500,000 home loan, right? Currently, a $400,000 or $500,000 home loan might cost you $2,600 per month, right? If the interest rates were cut in half, your payment would be half. Like your interest payment would be half. So the same loan might cost, not half, but your $2,600 payment might only be $1,300 worth of payment, right? But you still qualify for that same amount of money. So what do? You might go out and buy a bigger home, or if you're an investor, you might borrow money and buy 2 homes. Now you've bought 2 homes. What happens to the price of homes when everybody's buying lots of homes? The price goes up. So now the home prices are inflated. When money is cheap to borrow, large companies, investors will borrow government money. They'll dump it into the stock market, which causes prices to inflate. See? Right? And then the price of a stock goes up. So if you cut interest rates too hard, the price of stocks go up too quickly. If the stocks go up too quickly, we have opposite of a meltdown, we have a melt up. And then things are hyperinflated and they get to a point and then they crash. So there's 2 kinds of policy, right? There's monetary policy, and then there's, can't remember the other policy. Monetary policy is how much money the government prints and makes, and how much money they pump into the economy. The other one is fiscal policy, and that's where they control interest rates to try to get people to spend money that's out there. So they use up some of the money so there's not so much flowing in the economy. And that's the basics of it, if that makes sense. So monetary and fiscal policy. And it's just all boils down to, we printed way too much money for a long time. It started with Donald Trump when the COVID hit, and it went through the first 2-3 years of the Biden administration. And there's still government programs that are printing money for families under certain circumstances to this very day. And so we just pump money into the economy, and then people sit on it. They don't do anything with it. Money that doesn't flow back into the economy, that doesn't get used on goods and services, doesn't deplete the goods and services out of the economy. So now you have more goods and services sitting over here, right? So now you got too much stuff here. Nobody's spending the money on the stuff here. It's a mess, and it'll straighten out after a while. This is all just temporary. They need to do with the resort fees and parking. They won't do that. They can't do that. It's impossible for them to do that. So it will not happen. And the reason it will not happen is because those resort fees, those parking fees, those are a large incentive to get you to gamble in the casino and spend money that you may not already spend, so you don't have to pay them. That's the first part. The second part is that those are guaranteed income for every room stay booked for the hotel. So hotels have a balance sheet, they have investors, and they want to know how much money they can make if things stay relatively stable. So if you have a hotel, you have 100,000 room stays per night, you have $50 worth of resort fees on 100,000, not per night, per year. Hold on. We're just going to do some basic math for you here because my math is not great. So let's say you're a hotel and you book 100,000 hotel rooms every single year, and you charge $50 resort fee. That means you have $5 million for your balance sheet every single year. Guaranteed money, right? You know, that's a guaranteed income. If the resort falls in price because the economy falls in price, you still are left with $5 million in operational income every year that you can rely on. Does that make sense? There's no mascots out here. There's no band over here. I'm surprised this place is open, and they're pretty hopping right now. Probably because of college basketball. Let's see if we had any comments. So that's why you can't just like lower interest rates, because you risk melting up the markets. Wealthy people don't use their own money to invest in things, nor do they use it to build things. So it's complicated. On this day in March of 2023, I was in Austin, Texas, taking photos. This was my, yeah, look at, this was what I did in, it's my publisher. This is Austin, Texas. If you've never been to Austin, Texas, you need to go. It's a beautiful place. Yep, that's the state capital. Yep, I remember that day. I took all these photos that day. Austin, beautiful place. So I can't believe it's already been 2 years since that trip. Austin is incredibly humid, incredibly hot, incredibly sticky, incredibly humid. Yeah, I didn't get kicked out by security this time, huh? I never paid a resort fee in Vegas, tier matching. Yeah, because you have play, you know? I just, my widget on my phone just reminded me on this day. You're so vain. What hotel's on your left in the backdrop? Flamingo? No, that's, this is the Link Hotel. That's the Link. Used to be the Imperial Palace. I can't remember what it was before that. Looks like plenty of people for a Tuesday. But you think this is plenty of people, and it's not Tuesday. So there's two problems, Kev. Number one, the main problem is you think this is a lot of people, whereas typically there's 4 or 5 mascots here at a big crowd of folks. And the second thing is you think it's Tuesday, but it's actually Monday, I think, right? It's Monday, right? Monday, March 10th. What's up, Maria Ann? Thank you so much. Love going to Austin on the weekends when it's stationed at Fort Hood. I heard Fort Hood has like four, how many hundred, like 100, I don't know, a lot of people at Fort Hood. It's like a city. It was the Showboat before it was IP. What was that before that? I wonder. Thank you so much, Maria Ann. 600 people. Who's going to subscribe to the channel? Kabir is our top super chatter today. He did $25. Kabir, my dog, I appreciate you very much. Steven, it costs too much for Canadians to travel to the US because our dollar sucks. It's cheaper to go to Lake Japan or Mexico. It's Tuesday somewhere in this world, that's true. Boycott Vegas, Andrew says. Kabir wants somebody to beat $25. Coincidentally, that was actually, I think, our only Cash App tonight, too. That was. Everything else was my bills. I live off that Cash App card. You guys have no idea. Thank you so much. Earl Kindle. I love my Kindle app. Earl Kindle, you don't know about Earl. He invented the Kindle. He's a billionaire. I miss Vegas. Can't wait to go back there, and says. Cool, cool, cool. We're just sitting out here by the Carnival Court. Watch the wheels go round and round. The sure is busy for November, isn't it, Thomas? Tomas? I call everybody Tomas because we have a player on the Golden Knights named Tomas Hertl. When you boycott, you hurt the less fortunate. When you boycott, you hurt yourself. You're just robbing yourself of the joy of Vegas, man, and I don't understand the boycotts. You know, like the casino's going to make their money. Casino's going to make their money off your ass. $100 in the US is 144. That's terrible, man. That's not our, and I'm not saying this derisively, that's not a Trump problem. That exchange rate took years to get there. Hopefully it gets better for you guys. I always see a ton of Canadians at the Jersey Shore in the summertime. Yeah, you'll see them again this year. Yeah, we were kind of mocking somebody who was like telling me I was clickbaiting and that it's plenty busy for a Tuesday. I said, well, first of all, it's a Monday. So then somebody else said for a Saturday. And I said, yeah, I mean, it's crazy for November. Sometimes they have $10 craps at Harrah's. Really? If you want to play low dollar amounts, you gotta go to Stratosphere or you can go downtown. Whoa, Reginald Johnson, my man, $2 on the Cash App machine. Thank you so much, Reginald. Appreciate you very much, my man. That helps out. Like I say, we live off this Cash App card. Thank you, guys. Made Caesar's Diamond in one day thanks to a 10x multiplier. Good for you, Travis. Travis is rocking it. What'd you win in the markets today, Travis? What's up, Alfonso? Alfonso's been on my channel for years and years. Nice to see you back, buddy. Real nice to see you back. Somebody's belting out some Tina Turner over there. Love Big Elvis show at Harrah's. Canadian here too. Exchange rates make it too expensive to go. I know, man. It sucks, man. Canadians, what's your local casino thing like, Canadians? I remember when I was a kid, there was I can't remember. There was a casino near the Stampede grounds in Calgary. Then I think it was like Frank Sisson's Silver Dollar Casino or something. Back in 2023, I bought a U2 Sphere shirt for 50. Woo. Theron, can we walk through the forum shops, or is the signal bad? No, it should be okay. Oh, grazie, Luciano. Luciano Coppa. Not my first time, but thank you so much, Luciano. Great Eagle in Calgary. Okay. Travis lost it all in the market. Brother, I hate to hear that. I busted a combine last week. I had one day of heavy losses because I actually, in my DOM, I had 15 micros selected. And I lost $2,500 in 2 minutes. But other than that, I've been like 75% wins lately, but I need to change my strategy up. Bought a U2 Sphere shirt. I saw that. That's craziness. Vegas visitors are actually up 2.2% over the last 11 months because of December and January. That's the thing, man. December and January, 2 months, and I get it, and I understand that they're cooking the books because they want to make it sound better, but at the same time, we're gonna have to get through the hard times to get to the good, man. This is the way things work. Winter, spring, summer, and fall, brother. I shorted the money. Well, dude, I shorted today too. I had to. I had to short, baby. I couldn't go long. I think I had one long all day in my demo account because I didn't know if it would even work out. Are you serious? The summer months are hot too. Yes, I know. I live here. Is there a casino in Montreal? It's the best casino in the world. Gotta adjust my camera. There it is. 2/3 of the USA was frozen over in January. Lots of people came to Vegas to get away. I want to get away. Somebody asked me to go to the forum shops. Kyle, like on South Park. Thank you so much, Kyle. $10 from Kyle. Wow, thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank Kyle 560 times. Hey, guys, I could use your support here. You could subscribe to this channel, and that would be cool. Oh, absurdly big one. You guys know this guy? He was in here last night. He likes to fight with everybody. He's not smart enough to day trade, so he thinks that only freeloaders day trade. I'm not kidding you. Absurdly big one is maladjusted. He's just what he does. He uses large words, big words, because it makes him sound intelligent, but he lacks emotional intelligence, which Steve Jobs will tell you is the most important thing to have in the world. It's not IQ, it's EQ, emotional quotient. Vegas used to be so much fun, now it sucks. I'm sorry you feel that. Flamborough Downs horse racing and casino in Canada. And they're off. We have number 4, Bobby Orr in the lead, followed by Sir Wilfrid Laurier in second. Coming up in third is the QEW. I don't know, just random. All the horses are named after Canadian things. Diana McMahon. Thank you so much, Diana. $10 super chatty. Steve Jobs didn't have a high EQ. I think he had a temper issue. So there's a really good story, actually. I can't remember who his name was. Was it Andy Grove? Steve Jobs' mentor was the CEO of Intel, I think it was. And there's a story, and I'm not going to get into it. Steve Jobs went and had a fight with somebody over something between Pixar and Intel and HD graphics. And anyway, it doesn't matter. Go read about it. Whoa! Stephen Dennis is the winner. Kabir, I'm sorry, brother, but you're so... Kabir does $25 on almost all the chats. But today, Stephen Dennis is the winner for the donations tonight in terms of high dollar amount. Thank you so much, Stephen Dennis. Let's see if there's a comment associated with this one, because there may just well be. And it says, "You are a loser." No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't. It doesn't say anything. Thank you so much, Stephen Dennis. You're only going to get that $5,000 check if you actually have a net payment and taxes as well as deducted everything. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm not going to get any money back. 5,000 stimulus checks may lead to inflation. It could. Stimulus checks don't always lead to inflation. It could. Stephen, most people feel that Vegas sucks now. I've spoken to many people about it and they agree. It's just not me that think it sucks now. Okay, let's do something here. Let's see if we can do something here. Let me ask you guys a question. When I'm talking to somebody, can you guys hear them through my mic? When I'm talking to somebody, was that Steve Dennis, coach? Was that Coach Steve Dennis? Because I thought his name was Steve, like Steve. If that was Coach, that's cool. No. I know you hear me, but I'm wondering if you hear other people, because I could ask other people. Oh, that was you. I didn't know. I didn't think. Okay. No, I don't know if I'm going to talk to people on the strip and ask them. I feel nervous to do that. I still have my my nervousness. Maria, and I mean, we could always just set the camera up and let people walk into it and ask them the question, I guess. But, you know, that doesn't always work. Somebody wanted me to go to the forum shops for some reason. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy has nuts, and mounds don't. Do you think the homeless people are affected by people not being out there and giving handouts? There's been no homeless people on the strip. I don't know what happened to them all. It's not funny, it's weird. You can hear the Rude Kid, okay. Big Smooth, enjoying the content and laughed at... You are... Sorry. There's certain comedy I can't say, like when Homer Simpson was looking at a globe and he said, hey, look at the name of this country. You are gay. Like, you can't say that joke. Oops, I just did. I have a weird sense of humor. We get cerebral. We talk about all sorts of things. As a practice, I try very, very hard not to talk politics so much. I'm a conservative. I'm open to liberal ideas. And I'm trying to be a little more neutral. Trying to be more neutral and try to be more level-headed. And I sing sometimes. Subway is now doing Doritos Nachos. That sounds amazing. Palsy. What does that mean? Why can't we just laugh while we're only here for a little while? That's true. So, usually there's people selling water here. All the homeless people were rounded up and dropped off. Get in the tunnels, you bum. Man, I got compassion for the homeless. I worked out here doing timeshare. I actually worked exactly right here. Many times. You would take kind of shelter underneath these trees and try not to die of the heat and stuff like that. And you know, it is okay. What does Vegas and Vancouver, Canada have in common? That's a question. What do you guys think? What do you guys think that Las Vegas, Nevada and Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada have in common? Tell me in the comments. What do you guys think they have in common? Hockey teams, that's one thing. Give me another one. Nice shooting, try another. There's a reference. Only 90s boys who spent time. No, junkies? No, not really. I mean, yeah, Vancouver has an open drug market. It's unfortunate. Hippies? No. It does appear less crowded. Canadians boycotting. It's not the Canadians. Canada only accounts for 2% of total travel to the United States annually. So there's not that. That's a stat. You can look it up. I don't care if you don't believe me. Large Asian populations? No. I mean, sure, but no. Second letter is an A. Bad drivers? Well, those are everywhere. Look at that. Absurdly big one, and I agree on something. See? No, it's, here's what it is. Let me put my shirt on. You might hear the audio get weird. Here's what it is. It's the fact that people think it's easy to be homeless in this city. Rich L was closest. Rich L has life experience. It's the fact that people think it's easy to be homeless in Vancouver because Vancouver is one of the only cities in the entire country that doesn't have more than a few snow days because of its southern positioning and its spot on the Pacific. And so people move there thinking that it's easy to be in Vancouver and be homeless. And Vegas is a city where people think it's easy to come here and be homeless because of the weather, because we don't get snow. But it's actually horribly misplaced and terribly bad idea to be homeless in Vegas because it doesn't, I mean, like, we have this effect that all cities have this effect. When a warm front comes in, the buildings are 150 degrees to the touch as the sun hits them, right? And I'm gonna move my mic. And then at night, the buildings retain the heat. So day one, it's 115 in Vegas at night, in the daytime. At night, it's 85. By day 5, it's 115 degrees in Vegas in the daytime. It's 92 degrees at night. But if the hot streak goes to 10 days, it can be 95 as a low at night. Each night gets progressively hotter and hotter. It makes this a horrible place to be homeless. Another reason it's a horrible place to be homeless, tons of diversions and substances, and we're on a major route for drug traffickers and cartels and stuff like that nobody ever talks about that. I'll talk about it on Patreon coming up this month. Subscribe to my Patreon, patreon.com/notleavinglasvegas for videos that I can't even host on YouTube because that would get my ass banned. That's another reason why people who are homeless oftentimes use substances to cope. And there's no last call in Vegas and everything's cheap. And then also the allure of not being homeless by walking into that building and I'm just gonna hit it rich. And so losing every penny you have, getting addicted to things, it's a spiral. I was born and raised in Vegas, now I'm here in Nashville. Vegas has a whole other level compared to here to Nashville, Tennessee. I never got used to the summers in Vegas. Alcohol does not help cope with the cold, but it's a mask. Alcohol actually, people die of alcohol and cold more than of anything, unfortunately. So that's some interesting stuff on the homeless angle in Vegas that you won't hear anywhere else probably. I'm gonna go into forum shops here. I've never been attacked by the homeless. Well, that's not true actually. I made a video, I got like 90,000 views about how the homeless were going ham on me because I had a camera, and that got picked up by the news, and I was on the news and all this kind of stuff. But not been like full on attacked, physically assaulted or anything like that. Oh, they have huge drug problems. I don't know where Matt's coming off. Drugs are bad, okay? If you do them, you're bad, okay? Okay. Drugs are bad. This is a great restaurant. People ask me oftentimes, what's a great restaurant? Joe's Stone Crab is a fantastic place. 100% classy, ultra high-end, based out of Miami. They have one in Chicago, I think, still, unless that one closed. But this is Joe's. It's an immigrant success story. Pardon me, a man from Eastern Europe came to New York City, tried to start a restaurant based on cuisine that he had back in, I can't remember what the old country was, something like, you know, Ukraine, Russia, that kind of place. Didn't like the cold weather in New York. It hurt his arthritis, so he moved down south to Miami. One day he noticed the crabs on the beach, and he had a friend who was a marine biologist, like Art Vandelay on Seinfeld. And he found out that stone crabs, if you remove one of their arms, the crab doesn't die, but it just grows the arm back. So the stone crabs were free. All he had to do is go harvest their arms in a bucket. So he would go and harvest their arms in a bucket. And he opened a place called Joe's Stone Crab. And the rest is history. So this is the Forum Shops. Let's go take a look at the creepy AI sunglasses place right across the way here. I've never been to Codfather's, so I can't say. You know, we've eaten at Joe's. It's on the wife's bucket list. I'm losing my voice. I don't know why. Probably because I'm talking too much. And the pollen counts are really high this time of the year. So this is the newest part of the Forum Shops. This one opened in around 2004. But the Forum Shops, the original, gosh, I'm really sorry about my chest, it's congested. The original Forum Shops opened in the mid-90s, back in the Vegas kind of renaissance or whatever you want to call it. And it was the first shopping on the strip that proved that retail could thrive. That before that it was the Fashion Show Mall, but the Fashion Show Mall was relatively quaint compared to what ended up getting established here, and the Forum Shops expanded, and this is the newest expansion. When I say new, I mean you got to think it's still 22 years old, this area here. Some of the best looking architecture. You can take some of the best looking photos. You want to see something cool, guys? Watch. I've showed you this live on camera. Do you guys want to see a hack to make people just freak out at your photos? Say yes in the chats. Do you guys want to see a hack to make people freak out at your photos? I'm going to show you guys how to become a professional photographer with a free app and any smartphone camera. All right, JK says yes. Now, this is an older phone. This is an iPhone 12, right? It's an iPhone 12, not a new one. And all we're going to do is launch the camera app. If your camera has the ability to do what's called RAW photos, tap that. RAW photos, they collect more data than regular photos, but they're large and they're a pain in the ass. But this is our view right here, right? Now, we're gonna go take a photo here real fast, and then I'm gonna show you how to process this in Snapseed. I've showed you this before, but it's still pretty cool. And when you do these kinds of photos, what you wanna do is you wanna do them in a place that has excellent natural lighting. Excellent natural lighting. This place has excellent natural lighting, and it has gorgeous kind of sconces and things like that set up in the walls. So we took our photo. Let me make sure this phone is bright as it gets. Okay, so we took our photo. Show you how this works. So here's our photo we have. Okay, I mean it looks nice, right? It's nice, nice colors and everything like that. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna convert this using the data in the photo into something called high dynamic range. No doubt you've heard the term high dynamic range, that's fine. We're gonna open an app called Snapseed. Snapseed is a free app that's on the App Store. And anybody can download it. It's on Android and it's on iOS. It's made by Google. This is Snapseed. Load up the photo we just took here. And there it is. Now, we have an option to develop it. I'm just gonna kind of not have to develop it. I'm just gonna hit the button, and I'm gonna go to Tools down here, and one click, it says HDRscape. With the HDRscape, you can see this. Now look at the difference as I hold my finger on it. See the difference? Look at that. And then you can crank that up as low or as high as you want it. And what you're doing is you're just bringing out the highlights and doing it with one single click. See that? Is that not pretty cool, right? So you check the box. The next thing you want to do is go into your tools and select details, and it's going to turn up not the sharpness, but it's going to turn up something called the structure. And we're going to turn the structure up considerably. It's going to bring everything into a more sharp, crunchy. Then we're going to click on tools, and then we're going to go to this one called Glamour Glow. I'm trying to do this through my camera. It's hard enough to look at it. Where is Glamour Glow? I've used this 1,000 times. Glamour Glow is here. And then I'm going to just kind of put some glow on this. And that's it. That's my photo. And there's your before and after. Now, I'm going to show you this on the screen right now. So, yeah, Snapseed is a free app, and just play around with it. Take photos where there's lots of lights and shadows and things such as this. And I find it's very interesting. Let me show you the photo I just took here. And, yep, I'll send it to my phone through AirDrop. Hopefully it allows me to. There you go. Okay, we're back. And load up a photo. How this is how this photo ended up looking right here on the screen. You guys can see it, right? There you go. That looks, and I did that with a free app and a 5-year-old or 4-year-old phone. You like it? I like it. I'll throw that on the Patreon later for you guys to see full size when I get home. Actually, you know what? Bull, I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now while we're walking, because you guys, I'm going to lose the whole entire audience with this kind of nonsense that I'm doing. So yeah, Snapseed is free. Doesn't cost you anything. Your camera on your phone, if you know how to frame things, does fantastic, wonderful work. This is our Patreon. HDR Caesars Palace. I love how it put an apostrophe in Caesars, even though there is none. So we're going to load up the photo here. Boom. Gotta get that boom, boom, boom. Publish. So if you're on Patreon, you guys can now go and look at a nice high resolution version of this that I just posted up for you guys. Yippers. Whenever it decides to publish, I'm on Verizon on this phone. It's not the best. So patreon.com/notleavinglasvegas. I have photo essays that I've done on Fremont Street and around my local neighborhood down there, and we have some extra videos that come from my nice camera, my Pocket 3 on Fremont, and there it is. So now it's posted up. So we got lots of stuff on our feed, actually. So worth for you guys to go take a look? I think it is. There's the photo. If you guys are on Patreon, you guys want to go take a look. We have extra videos on Fremont Street, extra live streams that I had to ban and they got taken down, photo essays with writing, my local neighborhood, like that kind of stuff. Is there a Little Caesars and Caesars? No, not at all. This is our creepy AI. Look at them. Oh boy. What? I know, right? Every time I see this, I say, what the heck is going on? Look at the eye movement. Gotta wait for it to move. Because the eyes blink and whatnot. As soon as I zoom in, it's not gonna do it. They sell the sunglasses at night. If you have Windows, you can use Snip to snap photo and do any photo you want on your streams. I would never use Windows. Couldn't pay me enough to fund Microsoft. I'm using a 16 Pro Max right now to do the stream, Travis. This is the 16 Pro Max. Boy, oh boy, huh? They all have unique faces, I think. Maybe not. So they can put cameras in here if they want to. They can track people and stuff. Is Resorts World gonna make it? Probably. They have all the money in the world. Vegas is the only market they seem to struggle. This is at Caesars at the Forum Shops. It's a sunglasses company. They sell sunglasses. I know you can't unsee what I just showed you, huh? They have a couple of different locations. They're more international, but they entered the American market. And we were talking to him before. Says that some of their stores have different gimmicks. This is the one for Vegas. These things can talk if they wanted them to. They can track you if they want to put cameras inside of the eyes and whatnot. You can see right there in the back of the eyeball. Something else, huh? Look at that. So you never know what you're going to see in Vegas. This place has always got people in it. Trying to catch the facial movements, but every time I come up to it, it stops. It's got to be on a timer. We're getting very close to a place where you're gonna have Android-like beings that are your servants in your house, and they're gonna be doing your tasks for you. We already have AI agents launching this year that will cut down time on your day. Like, you know how everybody laughed? Remember how everybody laughed when Samsung came out with refrigerators that could tell what food you had in your fridge? Well, now at this point, you're gonna have an AI agent that is able to communicate with your fridge and put in your grocery orders on a website without you doing anything, and then have that be delivered to your house so you don't have to actually do that task anymore of ordering stuff. Or an AI agent that reads all your email and sends out the appropriate kind of responses. It's going to be pretty wild. See how our signal is going in here. It's okay. Once we get to the dead center, it gets to be weird, but we should be able to go into Caesars and go through the casino floor. See, and this is what I mean when I say the malls don't have many people in them right now. These are cool though. If you come here and you want to get something that's really unique for somebody, check these out. I want you to pay close attention to the center of her stomach. Will you do that for me? Wow, huh? This is another good example. Pay attention to the front of the Ford truck. Follows you around. How cool is that, huh? So you can do this to get any photo you want, and key to Vegas, no. If you don't want to use them, you're gonna I told you guys the other day. I'm saying this nicely to you. It's up to you. If you don't want to leverage the technology that's in front of you, I get it, right? Some people refuse to use a cell phone. In real estate, for example, some people wouldn't use a cell phone. Some people invested in a cell phone. And guess who came out on top? If you don't adapt to the technology that's around you, it leaves you behind. If you don't, hey, what's up? What's your name? What's your name? Lee. I'm Steven. Nice to meet you. Okay, what's your name?
Lee too.
You're Lee too? What's your name, Lee?
Krista.
Hi, Lee. Hi, Lee. How's it going? That's cool. Oh, that's little Hunter. Can I show Hunter? What's up? Hunter's like, I'm too cool. It's all right. That's cool. How do you guys like Caesars?
We like it.
Did you guys see the thing, the big show?
Which one?
Oh man. Okay. So if you go all the way down to the other side, there's the Atlanta show.
Okay.
Yeah.
we've seen that.
Oh, cool. I was going to say.
Sorry, I wasn't sure what you were talking
No, I wasn't making sure they didn't miss it. You know, that's cool, man. All right. Well, I appreciate.
We watch your videos.
Yeah, that's nice.
Informative stuff.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for watching.
Of course.
Guys, have fun. All right. Bye, guys.
Take care.
Yep.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, man. If you don't want to leverage the technology that you have and you're in business, you're going to end up wondering in a few years' time why everybody's surpassing you right now. And it's because you refused to use AI, or you thought it was a gimmick, and the people that embraced it didn't think it was a gimmick, right? You know, in the 90s, Apple came out with something called the Newton. And the Newton was this thing, and it got made fun of. It got made fun of super hard, right? Everybody thought it was a joke. It had, here's what it looked like. Yeah, Apple came out with this thing called the Newton. And there's the Newton. Nope, can't show you that way. Hold on, I'll show you. I'm just giving you this for a very good example. That was the Apple Newton in 1993. Everybody said it was trash. Those devices will never catch on. The Newton was basically a Palm Pilot before Palm Pilot was Palm Pilot, and it was hybrid, and it was like an iPad before it was the iPad. But it's up to you guys if you guys don't want to use it. But you know, in a few years' time, you're going to be left, and I don't want you guys to be left behind. Yeah, Zach, I mean, like, look, dude, do you think I don't think masks are great for everybody, but do I want my server at a restaurant wearing one? Yeah, that was a change I liked. I liked it when all my servers in my restaurants were wearing masks, so even if they did sneeze, not all their spit got on my food, you know? Or if the restaurant has automated servers, I can rely on that person for not being emotional that day, not giving me poor service, not getting mad at me if I make a demand for something. And yeah, and everything is going to be automated. Would you guys disagree that if your service staff were automaton robots, androids, that you didn't have to tip them? Would you be happy with that? Would that be a bad thing for you to get rid of the tips to your servers? Aha. Aha. Ah, light bulb just went off for a lot of you guys. You said, wait a minute. Huh. If my bartender wasn't a human being and didn't flip around that stupid screen at the Starbucks to ask me for a tip on something that they're already being paid $20 an hour to do. Seriously, Starbucks baristas make like $15, $20 an hour, I think. Ah, I wouldn't have to tip that. I wouldn't have to feel guilty when they try to guilt trip me into a tip. Aha. So. And some people would rather tip a human, and some people think that vinyl is better than digital audio, and some people think that analog film is better than digital. And you know what? They all have their special place. They really do. There is no wrong answer. Your feelings are totally yours, and I respect them 1,000%. You know? Is tipping greedy? I want to ask a question to the chat. Blue Mars has made a declarative statement. Declarative statements are all or nothing statements, right? All in. Tipping is greedy. Do you guys think that tipping is greedy? Tell me in the chats. If not, why? I will say that tipping is not greedy. Tipping somebody who gives me excellent service at the water grill helps me show my gratitude for how hard they worked for me. And if you form a relationship with somebody at a place where you always go and you tip well, you'll find that you get special perks like free little things, free drinks, free appetizers. My wife is a social butterfly. She'd go to the water grill and she would get with one server, I think his name was Jason, he was a nice guy, and she would tip really well after COVID reopening was happening, right? And eventually he would give her $100 plate of oysters, and they have this special plate of oysters at Water Grill, and the way it's set up is that you have 2 oysters from Maine, 2 oysters from Seattle, 2 oysters from San Diego, 2 oysters from Miami, whatever. And he would give her that for free whenever she'd show up because that was her favorite. Tipping. What a novel idea. Tipping is part of the culture. At least a lot more than in Cali. So think about that for a minute. Tipping, I heard. I don't know if it's real, but I heard tips used to be given at the front of the service back 100+ years ago. You used to stand for to ensure prompt service or something of that regard. This is another really good shot. If you're going to take a photo, this is a really good place to take a photo because you have the lighting up here, the sconces, and then the reflections on the floor. This would make a good shot like I showed you guys how to do before. Steven has been tipped quite a bit this evening. I've been tipped. People have been generous to me every night. Even if I get one single tip, they're being very generous. We've had three tips, and we appreciate Kabir, Reginald Johnson, and Kyle Cleese here, 3. And I know it seems like there's a ton of tips going on, but there isn't tonight. And that's okay. That happens sometimes, right? And then we had Steve, Coach Steve, Luciano Coppa, Brenda Frank, Nick, and that's it. Gabrielle as well. That's it. That's our tips, right? So you might think there's a lot of tipping, but there's been about seven of those types of super chats. I know it seems like it, right? Doesn't it seem like it? Doesn't it seem like I'm rolling in the money? But I want you to know I'm just having fun with you guys right now, and I'm enjoying this. You know? With us, I mean, I don't consider it tipping when I super chat. I consider it exchange of value that I give for the value that they provide. That's the way I look at the live stream relationship. Not everybody does, and I get it. Some people think that what I'm doing is super easy and you just really a walked-in tripod. I even make that joke, but I know that I actually do a good job for you guys, so thank you guys. So yeah, so no, we haven't had a tremendous amount. We haven't, I think there might be like $50 maybe for the 2 hours I've been out here, which is pretty good, right? 25 an hour, I'm not complaining. Steve, I heard the Frontline Resorts about layoffs coming to other MGM properties due to slow business after what happened at Excalibur last week. What happened at Excalibur last week? Walking Beyond Borders. I love your, I'm seeing a trend here. Walking Beyond Borders and that guy, Indio something. Oh man, I didn't know you guys are using AI for your logos. Trust me, I do cold calling off Yelp, and you can always immediately identify an AI logo. You know it was AI. It's made by ChatGPT. And Walking Without Borders and another guy, you guys had the exact same style of logo. I imagine that's an AI agent making them. Which convention? Well, ASD just finished up. It was like a one-day thing. I don't know what else is going on. I had some texts I gotta look at here. Oh, never mind. Hey, what's up? I think this is leather. I'm pretty sure this is actually legit. Yeah, this is legit leather too. It's cool. I don't know what happened at Excalibur last week. Frank says there's a big Home Depot convention next week at Mandalay Bay. Okay. What hotel is this? This is Caesar's Palace. What happened at Excalibur last week? I can't see anything recently. Let's see if Gemini knows. What happened at the Excalibur Hotel in Las Vegas last week? Nope. It doesn't seem to know anything about it. Like none of these AIs are like, oh, there's a big mass event at Excalibur. I don't see it. Caesars is such a big property. You can tell how it was built in phases too, because you got there was layoffs. Excalibur layoffs, a bunch. Again, guys, always check your citations, right? Excalibur layoffs. Oh, wow. You suck, Google. I don't want to install your stupid app. Excalibur layoffs. Let's see what we got. 2 days ago, news. California fast food restaurants in California. That's funny, right? So it says Vegas slots. So we got a bunch of small little news channels. You know when your lead source is Facebook, what that tells you? I mean, that's a pretty, they blocked me on X, by the way. They're so cool. They hate me. Vegas slots online. Is that a real thing? I don't know. MGM Resorts International. You got to be careful when it's a source like this, because they have no credentials and they're incentivized to post the most audacious, over-the-top stuff. Because if there was Excalibur layoffs, it would have been in the Review Journal, the RJ. It would have been on 8 News Now. Fox 5 would have likely had it. So I don't know if... What's up, Key to Vegas? Oh, Key to Vegas, you're also in our trading. Thank you for watching our trades this morning, Key to Vegas. Key to Vegas was on our live stream for our trades and our trading project. So thank you so much, Key. Yeah, I mean, if you guys don't think that Vegas is going to have automated porters for bags and they're going to have automated automatons, humanoid type things in time, at first it's probably just going to be a little tiny droid that takes your bags up to your room for you. And guess what? You won't have to tip them. We were at the Venetian the other day. Can I share something that completely pissed off the guests that I was hanging out with? Do you guys want to hear something really crappy that happened at Venetian the other day? Say yes in the chat. And also, I need to get 500 likes. So show me some likes. We only have 407. But if you guys want to hear something that happened, I watched it live at the Venetian. At the Palazzo, actually, not even the Venetian, on the 44th floor, a gorgeous room. Say yes and give me some likes. We get to 450, I will actually tell you what happened, where I thought it was in really bad taste, what I saw, and it actually made me disgusted that somebody at the Venetian would actually do that. Now, isn't it a tragedy that I have to incentivize you to like my video like this? But it's okay. It's a tactic. We use it sometimes, not all the time. There's a dog in the casino. Yeah, we need to get to 450 likes. We may never get there, and you may never know. You may never know. I only have 437 likes. 443 likes. We're 7 away. 7 likes away from the magic number. And They're 4:55. All right, cool. So the other night, Saturday, friends in town. Never met him before, but it's my trading mentor, Trisha. Her husband runs a very successful business doing arbitrage. And they're doing a business thing, and they're here in Vegas, and they're going to the ASD show, which is over at the Las Vegas Convention Center. And so he said, "We'll come up to the room." And so they got their bags. Well, they didn't get their bags. See, this is the problem. Here's how effed up this whole situation was. Okay, ready for this? Here's what happened. And I'm just gonna put my camera down and be on camera for a minute, because some of you guys don't know that I actually exist as a human being, I guess. Let's go back here. So what ended up happening, right, was they get to the hotel and the check-in is not ready yet. So that happens all the time. They were there early, so go figure. Can't fault the hotel for that. So they hang out, they do their thing, they get the room key, and one of the two gentlemen that I was with lost his luggage ticket, and they were trying to get their bags that they had checked in so they could go to the convention center and stuff up to their room. So he calls down to the front desk, and the front desk informs them that since you don't have your ticket, you have to come down and get your bags. So, oh shoot, okay, well that's his fault. That's nothing to do with the hotel. So he goes all the way down to the front desk, this young man, and he is told that the bags will be brought to him. And he's like, "But I called you from the room asking if you could bring the bags to me because I didn't have my ticket, and now you won't release the bags to me." So he made a trip all the way to the front desk to show his ID so they would bring the bags to his room. He was calling from the room, but they wouldn't do that part. Then the porter showed up, brought the bags on the baggage cart, did his song and dance number, showed him about how the mini bar works. It's on a timer. If you take anything off the plate within 5 seconds, you're automatically charged. Guys want to know about our restaurants? We have over 60 restaurants or something. It was like lots of good information. And then they tip them like $10 a person. Like, here's 10 for the bags, right? And then the guy hangs around for a few minutes and he strikes up another conversation about the shows and stuff like that. And they're like, "We don't have time for shows. We can't do shows. We're here for the show. We literally leave the next day." And he's like, "Okay, thank you, gentlemen." And he just kind of, you're like Rob Schneider in Home Alone 2. He just kind of hangs out. They've already tipped $10 a person for them to bring the bags, even though they didn't even want a porter. The one guy was willing to go down and get the bags on his own because he lost the ticket, but they refused him and made him have a porter come up. And then the guy goes, the baggage porter, he goes, "By the way, we do take Venmo and Cash App." They'd already tipped him $20. $10 a person. And he's like, "By the way, if you want to pay me a little more, we do take Venmo and Cash App." And I'm like, who are you hiring if you're the Venetian? You already got your tip. I give him an A for effort for trying to hustle some more money, but I thought that was kind of crazy. I guess we got 521 people watching. Thank you guys for watching. And that was my story. It's 483 likes on my end of things. So I don't, I understand, man, you're just trying to make your money and stuff like that, but, by the way, guys, I know you just gave me $20 cash. You can also use my app. Okay, whatever. If you guys want to use my app for the cool story, use this link somewhere here below my hands. Anyways, let's keep going again. Tipping is getting greedy and rude. That is true. In a way, it can get greedy and rude. Oh, I forgot to tell you the last part, the denouement. Do you know the term denouement? That's like the postscript of the story. So I did my visit, and they have to go take on their day and go to dinner, so they're gonna do their thing. And so I'm like, okay, cool, thanks so much. This is a good hour after the porter had left, right? So I opened the door to the hallway, and I look out there, and I nearly walked into the baggage cart. I nearly walked into it because the door well was here, and he left the baggage cart a good foot encroached on the door well. He didn't even bother to bring the baggage cart down. What's up, Sensational Freshies? How you doing? Thank you for posting up my information. So, you know, I'm all for tipping. If you have a free valet, you should pay your valet, although these valets aren't free anymore. They're going to force you to pay. Yep. You're at Wall Street. It went nowhere. Thank you so much. And getting more tips. He left the baggage cart. He wanted to hustle for more at the end. Look, man, I get it, dude. I get it. If you do like something, well, they were willing to go get their own bags, and then they forced the porter up. So then they were like, you know, they're not going to not tip the guy. When I get loud, it gets scratchy. Oh well. Let me see if we actually, because I think I'm trying to figure out why it ends up sounding bad half the time. Let me do a mic check. Sensational Freshies said $1 for say my name, say my name. Thank you so much, Sensational Freshies. Let's see if it's loud. Sensational Freshies. Let's see if it's loud. No, it's fine. You're right. When I raise my voice, that's a little louder. Yeah, that's okay, guys. Thank you, Sensational Freshies, for contributing $1 to my family's economy. Like I mentioned, we've been living off that Cash App card. It's so convenient. Venmo's great too, because I can just click a button and it takes so little. No, it's 100% coming through the mic. Trust me on that, I know for sure. It does sound like it over modulates. Yeah, it could be. I turned the gain down to, it's at 0. There's been times when I've had it all the way up to 15. Well. Oops. Whew. Did anybody on Patreon go look at that photo? I don't think they did. You guys should. I mean, I like it. I like being able to post stuff. See if anybody's reacted to it. Oh, I did have one like. We had one like on it. Yay, somebody saw it. Spring break in Canada soon. I miss living in Vegas, Couch Potato says, and this is the best time of the day to walk. I put the shirt on and now I'm warm. Oh man, I should have taken it. I should have left it off. Yeah, I gotta take it off now because when I'm moving and I'm grooving, I get too warm. Let me take this sweatshirt off. Gray hooded sweatshirt. It was nice running into you yesterday on Fremont. We just got back to Wisconsin. Cool. All right, Campbell, it's best Vegas. When do the pools open? They're open now. Most of them are open now. Oh, nobody is going to force me to tip and tip well, just like your friend's official tipping has gone too far. It's gone too far. I agree. The tipping culture has gone too far. And then I watched this expose from this Canadian TV show called Marketplace, CBC Marketplace, CTV Marketplace, I don't know. Anyway, they were looking at, I guess, I don't know if it's the same in the United States, but in some parts of Canada, the bosses don't even give the tips. How many steps today? A lot. I don't know, I'll look after. My pedometer on my phone, my streaming companion phone doesn't work the way I wish it would. It always false reports, and then I have to look in Apple Health. And I'm trying to dial my calories, and I ate 3,200 calories last night because after the stream I did a workout, and then today there's no workout, but there's this walkout, but the walk doesn't burn that much.
Probably, if we're not cars, you can get that.
Oh boy. Got dad. Sorry about the dad noises. What do you think are the best times of the year to visit? Right now? Nah, probably not now. April, May, before it gets hot. September, October, before it gets cold. Those are the best times in Vegas to visit. 100%. CTV Marketplace. Yeah, it's a good show, even though they talk funny. We went to find out what this was all about. We wanted to find out what it was all about. So we asked the store owner, do you think that it's right for you to take their tips and not give them anything? That's how Canadian raising. Canadians think they don't do it. Some of them do, more pronounced than others. And then they'll say, the process for collecting tips and doling them out to their employees differs by province to province. Process. In America, we say process. Pawn Stars has announced it's over. Well, Rick Harrison has a production company, I think. I don't know if he's still funding production. They do like a podcast now. You're the best at watching, chat, and walking at the same time. Thanks. When I go out to eat, I ask the waitress, can I give her a tip? I ask the waitress, can I give her a tip? When she says yes, I say, why do you do that? That's not nice. You think that's funny? I have this feeling that you've eaten more saliva in your life of other people than you think. Who's the best self-driving cars right now? Oh, I don't know. Tesla, maybe? $10, Rick Harrison. We used to watch a show called, oh gosh, what was it? It was a show, Garage Sale, Thrift, Flip, Flea Market Flip. We used to watch Flea Market Flip. And then my wife would laugh because she'd be like, you'd be way better at negotiating. I know, everything is $5. In Flea Market Flip, what you do is you go to a flea market one weekend, you buy a bunch of crap that looks like trash, and then you spend a week with an expert restoring it, and then you go back to the flea market, rent a booth, and you try to flip it, and there's 2 teams. And I'd be like, yeah, everything would be like, yeah, I'll give you $5. Sorry, it says it's $100. $6, because I like you. $6 because I think you don't got an ugly face. I'm a shrewd negotiator. I don't like to pay full price for anything. Let's go tip Black Johnny Cash. He's down here. I can hear him. I know his name is Nasir, so I can find him again. We'll go tip Black Johnny Cash every time you see him because I like his voice. Can we just please go across the street though? These people are going against the light. I don't know anything about self-driving cars, but I'm not going to ever... I shouldn't say those things. I have to use manifestation practices and not say negatives. It feels like Impossible Burger to get a car right now. Just is what it is. So here's a tip for you guys here. If you're crossing the street, all 4 crosswalks go. So you can just go like you're in... They really should paint this way, but they don't. So I'm just crossing this way. It's safe though, you see, right? Because it's a 4-way cross all at the same time. It's got that COVID vibe. That's not the song. I thought it was. I was I've been rolling down the road trying to loosen my load. Oh, he's playing depressing music again. I'm still gonna tip him. He's playing the Mamas and the Papas. Revolution Crossing like in Japan, I know, right? This guy is good, but he sings sad songs. California dreaming.
California dreaming.
Such a winter's day. So we're just gonna do. Well, Michael, bro, thank you. Michael Lee did. I can't show you his Cash App. He did 25. So Kabir, Michael, and Steve Dennis, thank you. We're just gonna flip him $2 every time we walk past this guy. And his name is Nasir. This is him, Nasir Omari. I should put not leaving Las Vegas in the note, you figure? Yeah, I guess so. So he'll know. I'll say Johnny Cash. He might remember if I put not leaving Las Vegas stream Johnny Cash. Maybe he'll remember.
I pushed along the way. When I get down on my knees.
Really? They guardrail me like this? And so we got that.
You know the breeds are like the gold. You know I'm gonna stay.
Thank you, Mike. I can't show you Michael's name because he's his real name.
It's such a winter's day.
Let's wait for him to finish. I'm gonna tell him. Go eat, Blue Mars. You're hungry. Thought he was finished. He's not finished. He might be doing this for a while. Second verse, same as the verse. Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. Yeah, I use a new amp. Who am I to judge? I need to do everything.
California dreaming. It's such a weirdest day. I stopped into church. I pushed along the way. Well, I get down on my knees and I pretend to pray. You know the preacher like the gold.
It's a lot for a new car, Andrew.
In California dreaming, it's such a weirdest day.
Couch Potato, just chill for a minute, please.
I'll be safe and warm.
Just finish. Hey, that's me every time I walk past you. Because you liked it yesterday. Yeah. My audience makes a good point. We love you. When you're singing more upbeat, you're going to get more money. I guarantee you. I have a friend that does this professionally. And he's like, when I sing what I want to sing, slow, no money. When I sing silly, happy stuff, ching, ching. But anyways, you're great, man. Every time I'll do that for you. Yeah, I know. You guys want to tip him out, I'll show you how to tip him, okay? So here's his Cash App. If you guys want to like contribute to him, because he's just a nice guy. That's him, Nasirs. Can somebody type this into the chat, please? Because I can't. Somebody chat. Okay, I need somebody who's a big fan to chat. Type it into the chat. Now you're all like, I'm not sending Campbell another $1. He's worth $238. What a bastard. I know, I showed you my balance. I try not to do that. Because, yeah. Can you do me a favor? Type that into the chat. You know, the actual Cash App. $, NASIR, SAID, OMARI.
That's the feeling I wanna get used to.
Thank you. Now I'm not going to get any more. Now I will not get another. You guys won't cash at me because you'll think I'm rich. I guarantee this was the dumbest thing I did on this whole stream tonight. I didn't know it was going to show that, but I want to show his name anyways. So maybe you guys can go slip him a toonie. If you're Canadian, you can't do that from Canada, but you know, slip him I'd say slide him a deuce, but that sounds gross. Yuck. Key to Vegas, I know, bro, but that's not what my audience thinks. They think that some of them, not all of them, think this is just a game and it's just free money. I know, because they've told me. And some of them are like the most respectful, wonderful people. What's up, Theron? Thank you, brother. $2 on the super chats. I've been cold and well, I'd be safe and I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. Whoa, Ken Glass. Thank you so much. Ken sent $3 to PayPal. Super nice of you, Kenny Glass. Appreciate you, brother, man. I need to start checking these for comments because I realize some people are leaving comments. And we're going to do some advertising for Mr. Ken. He's got a company called Extreme Window Tinting, and they do great work, I've heard. They tint your windows with so much tint that you could do all sorts of nefarious stuff in your car. Here's these girls. Oh, this is the one that rolled up on me the other night and started grabbing below my belt. There she is. She don't even remember. There she is. That's the girl from the other night. It's extreme, man. It's so extreme that Ken tinted my car, and I had to say, I said, Ken, you got to take some of this tint off. I ran it into a tree. He said that we didn't tint your windows, bro. We painted them black. This guy's talented. I like hip hop.
Baby, you know that I got. Baby, you know that you pretty. I'm like on your face. Girl, you know you was a freak. We can fuck all right till the early.
I don't like the lyrics. I don't like the lyrics, but it's good at hip hop.
Baby, I'm keeping it real in my rhymes. Baby, I pull up and ghost. Dropping the top whenever I'm with it. Baby, I come from the mud. Remember them days, I'm going to get it. Y'all see you recording you all in the cut, but show me some love in the bucket. I'm on the grind and I gotta get it. I'm focused on top for no interruptions. Yeah, I gotta go get it and handle my business. Extremely committed. They used to tell us to slow down and now we just
no cash app. Got no cash app. I can't do anything for him. Got no cash app.
That's a copyright. You don't want to go to court with that. Let's get it. It's real business, man. I don't want to get yourself in trouble. The label got way more money than us. Let's turn up.
You got cash app?
I do.
I mean, I don't do a lot, but I always do. Every time. Hold on. What's your cash app? I didn't see a sign. I just told him you don't have cash app. I don't know how to do it, you know? Put up the code, man. People will tip you.
Appreciate you. Tag me in that, man. I want to get you to go to court, man. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta Records got way more money than both of us, bro.
All they'll do is they will make sure that any ads go to them. They're going to ban me for it.
All right, let's get it. Let's turn up.
You're good, man.
Congestion this allergy season with Zyrtec D. Ask at the pharmacy counter without a prescription.
For a video, you gotta throw a little more in there for videos, bro. That's a lot of money. Hey, I gotta invest, bro.
He don't like my cash app. He said I gotta pay him more next time. So that's not enough. Hey, thanks, Matt. Appreciate you, bro. I didn't ask you to, but thank you, Matt. Matt, Realm Entertainment, $5.
Welcome to Pizza King, home of the $5 shots, $5 beer.
$5 shots. Is that a good price? That seems like a good price for this strip, doesn't it? For reals. Whoa, Kyle Hesketh. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Dude, if I had a physique like that, there's no way I'd wear a shirt. I'd be on my stream shirtless every stream. You'd be like, Steven, can you put a shirt on? Be like, F that, I'm not wearing a shirt. I am not wearing a shirt, bro. No way. Would you wear a shirt if you had that guy's build? You wouldn't. You'd be like every weekend, you'd be like, oh, we're going to the pool, we're going to the beach. I don't want to go to the beach, Dad. Shut up and get in the van. We're going to the beach. I got to take my shirt off. I worked hard on all this. So the tipping is never enough. Dude, you don't know, man. He's just trying to pay his bills. I was like that up until a few weeks ago or even a week ago, remember? Remember how insufferably bad I was, right? Let's go see what's happening at the piano bar. Remember how bad I was? I was bad. And now I'm just letting it flow. If you guys want to do it, I'll mention it every so often. But I'm just letting it flow. I'm not trying to hustle you. Oh, 25 cents drafts. Albert's on Bourbon Street? I don't know anything like that. That's got to be New Orleans, Bourbon Street? I don't know. Nibbling the machines. The nibbler is going to be in town. You won't be able to stop him. He'll have 100K and a silver plaque before I ever do. All right, brother. Gonna be good for you, man. Get your creativity out. Be good stuff. Hopefully, Mike, that other thing you're fighting comes through and you get a big payday. And then you just be like, you then become a slot vulture and do your nibblers. And you'll be unstoppable. Unstoppable. Nobody's even singing. They're on a break. Oh well. They're on a break. Okay. It's slow. I'm surprised they're even doing that over there right now. Oh, now you know what? I did a dumb thing. Now I got to go back to him. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna go back through Harris. I just might as well put a target on my head. Say, please, Harris, kick me out. No, but I was bad for hustling. I'll call out my own bull crap. I was pushing the donations and all that so hard that I chased a lot of good people away from the stream, I'm sure. But I started thinking of life a little bit differently. Don, if you keep don't spam that like you did the other day, please. It gets annoying. I know it's a funny SNL reference, but you got more SNL references you can throw out, right? Get creative, Don. Don't just give me that Saturday Night Live Celebrity Jeffrey reference. My logic is the strip hates locals. I don't know about that. I just don't think they need us, which maybe they don't. I mean, if we're being completely candid, they do okay with tourism, you know? Do we get any subscribers on this stream? That's what I'm curious to see. Oh my gosh, Rick. Whoa. Rick said he paid his taxes today. He has a few bucks left. Hello to Caroline. Thank you so much. Rich L. I called you Rick. Rich L. Thank you so much, brother. More cowbell. I got a fever. The only prescription is more cowbell. I can't. I wish I could do a good impression of Mr. Walken. I don't want to go past that guy again. Oh, Interscope Records going to sue you. You don't know anything about my business. I was showing you I paid you $2. Thank you, Rich. How is she doing? I don't know, man. We're fighting the good fight. I got this training program by this guy. I can't tell you much more because may or may not have been able to afford $13,000 to pay for it. I hate when that happens. But when somebody, okay, look, if you're gonna price your course at $13,000, you should expect broke ass homies like me to try to find it for less. Anyways, I got this really banging sales course. Actually, I'm pretty mad at myself. Can I explain to you how I can be a very naive person? You guys want to hear something about me? Killing me, it's taking control. I'll tell you something, man. Jealousy, turning us into the sea, turning us into lullabies. So, I had this great sales course I did last year by a guy named Sabri Subi, and it was working really, really well, really well. And I have my guy that owns the magazine, his name is Mark, and we're really close on a spiritual level, on a business level, you know. And I go to him for help and for sales help and stuff. He's the guy who introduced me to Jesus in church and stuff like that. So anyway, I had this sales course. It was really working good. It was working good in May and June. I closed like 8 deals with it, which is not an insignificant amount. If I closed 8 deals a month, I would never. Streaming becomes completely voluntary. YouTube videos are anything I want to make, and the markets, I'm not desperate to win. Like, it's a 6-figure thing. If I could close 8 a month, I'm making 6 figures. Anyway, then what happened was July, August, September happens, and it's just really close to the election, and I accidentally sent him that. I didn't know I had sent it. And because he cares about what I have to say, and because his success is my success, he read the script, and he told me that my pitch was bad. He's like, you're using this? Well, here's all these reasons it's bad. It's creating too much fear and uncertainty and doubt in their minds, and you're setting a bad tone. Your tone should be blah. Anyway, come around, all the way around, right? I'm not having a good time with sales right now, and he's having these sales seminars with me and a few other people, and we start chatting, and he tells me to watch this guy on YouTube. So I start watching the guy on YouTube. I found out the guy on YouTube actually originally had a psychology degree, like a full-on degree in psychology. And he has a course, so I look up the course, and it's like $13K. And years ago, I paid for a site that will allow me to download courses, one-time fee. I don't know that it's legal, I don't really care. You have this shirt too? This shirt's great. This shirt fits me really good. I wear this shirt because it makes me look like a fit person. I'm not that fit. Anyway, so I start doing the course. And what I realize is the guy that my publisher really likes and tells me to go listen to his advice is doing a much more in-depth version of what I was doing last year before presumably the economy just went bad, and that's why my pitch wasn't working. It wasn't working not because of what my guy Mark said. So I'm so naive though that I threw out my entire pitch. But it's not about fear. See, sales isn't about fear. Sales is about, if you come to me and you have a company, let's say you manufacture chairs and you want to sell more chairs, and it's about finding out what that person's goal is, seeing what they're doing now, finding out what their goals are, and then finding out what happens if they don't, in their own mind, what would happen if you don't get to that level you want to get to, and then offering up a legit solution to help them with their problem. Does that make sense? So it's, the old way of doing sales was that you pitch, you identify problems, you pitch the product, you close. ABC, always be closing. But this isn't about that. This is about finding somebody that you have a legitimate solution to help them with, finding out what they really want without them, they're gonna have to tell you, finding out what their real problems that they haven't even identified are, that are legitimate, and then suggesting how you can help them and letting them get to their place where they're gonna give you money to have your product help them. And it's legitimate when you do it like that, and you become a problem solver. You don't just become some sleazy salesman. Does that make sense? I don't know. Why is somebody saying Sin City family? So yeah, sales is about finding out what their hopes and dreams and wants are, and then identifying problems that they can't even identify for themselves through an intelligent series of questions. And if you have a solution for them, offering up the solution on a way that they can afford it, that it'll benefit them directly. And becoming that counselor type of role where you start off here and now you're the more of the expert. And that's real sales. That's consulting with somebody, helping them. I mean, it's just like, it blows my mind that I had this last year and then the economy got bad and then my guy told me, oh yes, you're just doing it wrong. No, I wasn't. So I lost all that time. I love this song. We can do together because we don't know how. I'm gonna read your chats. Hey now. We got chats up here. Sales is about listening. Do I know a guy named Doug Devine? I don't. Kyle says exactly. They see value, hence why they didn't turn you away. All you did was listen and plug in the solution. That's legit sales. The problem is, right now, we have been taught that salespeople are only out to help themselves. And when they're only out to help themselves, then it's immoral and it's unethical. And so you can't be immoral or unethical in your sales. I have turned away sales, legitimately have turned away people that want to get on the cover of my magazine because I know that they can't afford it because they've told me that they can't afford it. So I will try to move them down to something that they can afford to make them successful so they can afford it later. But I can't sell to everybody because I'll damage them and I'll hurt them. So the problem with sales is let me show you this shoe polish or this shoe cleanser in the mall. They clean one of your shoes and then they give you the bleh, they shit all over you, and then they offer up the product. But you don't know if my shoes are always dirty. If my shoes are always dirty, then I'll probably buy your product, but I haven't even considered that my shoes are always dirty. And then if I consider that I wear dirty shoes to a business meeting, it might cost me the meeting. Now that's a problem. You know, like, it's so weird. I'm still learning it. I'm still going into it. Hello. Yeah, I love this convo. How ironic. Morals from the public. Anyway. Oh, I'm so tired. I need to keep going. How are you guys doing? What time is it where you're at? Talk to me, chat. What's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. $7:46. Oh, you're in my time zone. You're in Cali, right? Yeah. Are you in a weird time zone? Are you outside of North America? Do we have anybody watching international? 7:46. Hey Scott, how you doing? Allison is here at 7:46. Let me know what time it is where you're at. 10:46. You're on the Eastern Standard Time Zone. Okay, sounds good. Son of a biscuit. See, I'm gonna do the same stupid thing I did last night, which is I get home super late. I find it hard to eat and sleep at a reasonable hour, and then I end up getting up all groggy. Salinas, California, near Monterey. Vancouver time. Oh man, oh yeah. Let's get going. 2:46 in the UC, 12:46 p.m. in Australia. Cool. It's like colder in here than it is outside right now. What a trip that is. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Whew. Oh, I eat throughout the day. The problem is I don't eat enough, and it's starting to catch up with me. I'm getting my gains back that I lost, but I probably have to start eating in a surplus more. Do you think Vegas will go back to a booming economy? I think everything eventually goes back to a booming economy. I don't think, I know it does. I know it to be an unequivocal fact that eventually everything gets back to where it was. I also know that every 2 years we go through a slight adjustment in the markets. Right now, we may be entering into a bearish market. Could be. But every 5 years it goes into a bear market. We could be there. We don't know yet. So everything goes in cycles. Vegas goes in cycles. I did a video. I'll post it on Patreon tomorrow or Wednesday first, so you guys will see it there first, about how and the reasons why Vegas is never going to lower its prices. It's actually impossible for these casino companies to do it. They've caught themselves in a bit of a trap, and they can't get out of it. And why everything's going to stay the same for the most part. When does the Hard Rock open? 2028. I think we'll be in a good economy in a year, just rough right now with all the transitions. Well, I don't know, man. The problem is Donald Trump supporters. I know we're getting political. How dare you? Trump supporters are starting to turn on him. Not all of them, some of them. If you're a Trump supporter, you're telling me that's not true. I'm telling you it is true. Not all of them, some of them. So there's going to be a breaking point. Everything has a breaking point. We'll see how it goes. It's a wait and see, right? It's not that there's no more deals. The deals could come. It just depends. You know, there's always deals in Vegas, actually. You asked me when the Hard Rock opens. I don't know if you asked me a second time. 2028. Yeah, the casinos don't own their properties. That's part of it. Yep, for sure. Point Break, that's a great movie, like Heat. Everyone has their breaking point. It's a Tragically Hip song, actually. I don't remember the name of the song. Everyone has their breaking point. Hip song. What song is that called? Thugs. Everyone's got their breaking point. With me it's spiders, and with you it's me. Thugs in perpetuity. It's a good song. Not a popular one. I made a bacon chicken cheese sandwich. Nathan's Hot Dogs. Why do they call it Canadian bacon? That's a great question, because it's not bacon, and I don't know that it's explicitly Canadian. That's a song called Thugs. It's a great song, but it was not my favorite, and it's not a popular one. It comes from, what album? I don't even know what album Thugs comes from. Ruby Honey, are you mad at your man? Yeah, that's a good song. Yep. Oh, Kyle. Thank you so much, Kyle. $4.99 on the super chats. Dan Williamson likes the channel. I was listening to the Tragically Hip before I came into the strip. Yep. Every Canadian has seen Canadian bacon, because Canadians are all excited when a Hollywood movie about Canada comes out. I imagine most Canadians have also seen the movie Argo, because it had a Canadian connection too. For sure. Yep. Most underrated property? I'm buying the dip right now. I'm not concerned, but I'm only 37. What's an underrated property? I mean, like, it's going to come back to Resorts World, you know. Resorts World's underrated. The food is cheap. The property's gorgeous. Resorts World's a great property. Nobody goes there. It's a tomb. I'm rooting for it to succeed. Just check it out while you're here. It's good. It's got a little bit of every price level for everybody. Road Apples. What was the main songs off Road Apples? Wasn't that with Little Bones? It gets so sticky down here. Better butter your cue finger up. It's the start of another new year. Better call the newspaper up. $2.50 for a decade. Yep. Right. No. Yes. Maybe. Road apples. God, you suck. Road apples. I don't need it to autocomplete. Thank you. Yeah, there it is. Road apples deluxe. Yeah, Little Bones. Yeah. Twist my arm. Cordelia. The Lug Tree. Do 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 do. That's a good song. I don't know the lyrics. I could look them up. It's complicated. Zoo lion sobers up, starts to scream and shout. A little dose of home fun got 'em all smoothed out. Melancholy wine-soaked tenderness. Oh, that's a good song too. I'm just being selfish, looking up cool songs, and then most of them I don't know. Anyway, back to the chats. Resorts World is nice and property, but it's a little generic. They're all a little generic nowadays, with the exception of these giant palaces down here. Oh man, this is a Lyft and Uber driver on the GMC Yukon. Crazy. Sorry if I'm quiet. It's been 2 hours and 41 minutes. We got a bit of time into this stream, and so I'm just trying to... How many steps did I walk? Let's find out. On my pedometer plus tells me I'm in it for not as much mileage as you might think. Nope. No, Disney is not going to take over Circus. No, they're not. I don't know how much cash on hand Disney has, but they're not liquid enough to buy Circus. Besides, it doesn't really fit with their brand. Yeah, I would print money, but it would need heavy retheming, cost a lot of money, and old Phil Ruffin wants $5 billion for the property. I don't think he's going to get... I don't think he really wants $5 billion. I think that's his price that he asks. You know, I want $1,000 cash app, but I'll settle for $5. So it's like you ask for what you want. If somebody's crazy enough to pay it, then that's what you get. But you always have a number in mind where you meet in the middle. Vegas is boring these days. You just walk for hours and lose tons of money. No, it's just me, keys to Vegas. Like, you watch like gamblers, slot channels. There's lots of stuff to do. I do the walks because I like to communicate with you guys. That's me. Good night, West Coast. Nice to see you here. All right. Look at the traffic. Right here. One of the busier intersections on the strip. Not a car to be seen. All the way down to the next one. So no, not really all that busy. But you know. Do I ever watch Old Vegas? I've done so many videos where I've like clipped out old Vegas videos. I've seen all of it. Yeah, for sure, brother. Hello from Calgary. Jimmy Chung is here. Cool. Things are creepy right now. I feel like we're on a barrel. I say it's more like, yeah, that's a good analogy, but I like mine. Mine is like, it's like you have a soap bubble that's on the head of a pin, and if the wind blows the wrong way, the bubble's gonna burst. Feels like that. I've never been to Area 51 or 15. My top Vegas movie is The Trust with Nicolas Cage and Elijah Wood. But most of you guys have never heard of that movie, so we'll just say, I don't know, Vegas Vacation, because all of you have heard of that one. But The Trust is a really good Vegas movie. There's another one that I can't remember with Nicolas Cage. Let me look up his IMDb, because there's another Vegas movie that you never heard of, because he lives here. So he films a lot of stuff in town locally. Let's see here. Let me look this one up. It's fairly recent. It was completely straight to streaming. Nicolas Cage. I'm sure I'm spelling. His name is spelled differently. There it is. Nicolas. So let's go to his filmography. My gosh, can we just like comment on how bad the interface for this is? I don't care about your app. Thank you. I just want his filmography. I can never find it. The app is different than the website. Known for actor. Previous. It's not long legs. Let's find it. Arcadian. Sympathy for the Devil. So this movie here. Whoa! J. Robert Hard going hard on our super chats. That's the biggest super chat we've had in ages. Thank you so much, J. Robert Hard. Boom! That's crazy, man. Thank you so much. I'll show you this one. This movie here is actually really good. It's called Sympathy for the Devil. And it takes place in and around Vegas, like at little hospitals and stuff like that. Have I heard from Steve D lately? Yeah, he said he's just busy living life, enjoying life. I don't know. I have this conspiracy in my head that people don't like me, so I don't know if it's me that he's not watching or if it's all streamers he's not watching, but I texted him a week or two ago and he said he's just enjoying life, recovering from his open heart surgery, and you know, he says, I'm just doing a lot of real life living. So I'm like, cool. Yeah, Sympathy for the Devil. It's, you know, it's peak Nicolas Cage acting like a psychopath trying to pay the IRS with movies. But I liked it. We enjoyed it. And it takes place, like I say, at local hospitals and stuff and little suburbs and things that I can identify because I'm a local. Same with The Trust. The Trust is a great movie. I think it's called The Trust. Let me double check it. Steve D is not cancer. Steve D had the heart surgery. You're thinking of Steve Dennis, and he's fighting it right now. He's getting to where he can be with people soon, he told me. I don't know how much I can tell you. This is the other movie here, yeah. This is the one to watch. This is actually a pretty darn good little movie called The Trust. And I said it was Nicolas Cage and Elijah Wood. Was I right? Who's the main cast? Yeah, Nicolas Cage and a hobbit walk into a bar in Vegas. What's up, Maria J? It's a video clip online of Cage barefoot and drunk being escorted to Lowry's. Good. If you're Nicolas Cage, you have the money. I've never met him. It'd be cool to meet him. I want to interview him for my YouTube channel. I'll dress up like Jiminy Glick. So Nicolas Cage. No, I'm just kidding. yeah. No, for reals. The Trust is legit filmed in Vegas, outside of all of the typical Vegas Strip stuff. So, oh look, this is like an actual legit Vegas movie that was filmed. It's about the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police and drug trafficking and money laundering and stuff. Let's see if they show the Strip in this. Now we're gonna get copyrights for showing you The Trust on my stream. There's Elijah. The uniforms are wrong. LVPD. Saban Films. There it is. Peppermill, right? This is great. This is a great movie. You should watch The Trust. You got the old Vegas, man. And see? Little dingy. This is all shot on location right in the city. Like downtown Las Vegas. There. You've seen this stuff on my streams, dog. You know what it is. Whoa, Alan McKellar, thank you so much, Alan. Who's on the $50 Canadian bill? I don't even know anymore. Thank you so much for the 50 Canadian. I just gave you my best Vegas movies, Blue Mars. I said The Trust is my number one that I would say sleeper Vegas movie. We'll just say Vegas Vacation after that because everybody knows the Vegas Vacation. Thank you so much, Alan. Boom, Alan. You guys, thank him 540 generous times. That's the time of the thing where I'm like, if I could do, I milk the live stream. Just stay out here. People are throwing money at me, but that's not how it works. But thank you guys. If you guys are looking to be generous too and you want us to get it right away and you don't want YouTube to take 40%, consider the link right down there. International people can use that one too. You just use PayPal. Thanks guys. You guys are so nice. No copyright infringement under Creative Commons. Yeah, but they don't care. They don't care. I had a video, I had a short, and they said it was non-advertiser friendly, and I put in a claim, a counterclaim, and it came back in 2 seconds later. Nah, bitch, you're not getting money for this one. Shout out to Alan. I think I got back over to the fashion show. Was Canadian Bacon the only movie between the USA and Canada? What do you mean between? Between? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by between, like as in they shared a border? I don't know, Superman 3 or something. Wasn't there a Superman movie that was shot at the Canadian border, technically in Niagara Falls? Something like that. Dude, the Canadian film industry is huge. Typically, if you see something that takes place in Oregon, Washington State, it's filmed in British Columbia. I don't know about Elijah Wood's career. He's a good actor, though. Wasn't just a Hobbit, you know. 10% less Hobbit. It's hard for people to make a transition, isn't it? Go look at the actors from Game of Thrones, right? The biggest, most profitable, most watched, highest rated TV series ever is Game of Thrones, and pretty much none of them ever came out into Hollywood afterwards and had any kind of career because they were just too typecast. Thank you, Rich. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I mean, back in the past, people would call out the weird stuff with the kids in the Hollywood. I think the mall closes at 8. Maybe. I might as well see if I can sneak in so I can sneak out. But I don't think that matters anymore, dude. I'm watching Star Trek The Next Generation. I'm on season 3. It finally gets good around halfway through season 2. And even then, season 3, it's up and down. The thing is, Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek, died at the end of season 2, I think it was. And the show got better. Gene Roddenberry had some weird things that he would put. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're closed. I love how they don't put hours on the door. Like, you don't even know when they're open. But they're all locked up. Can I'm parked on the other side. Can I walk through? Is it?
Yeah, you are.
Appreciate you. That was nice of him. He didn't have to say yes to me. Leaving Las Vegas. I never saw it. I watched it. I got too depressed. I quit halfway through. Can you believe it? Yeah, for sure. I met Bill Shatner at the New York. Listen, man, I'm not trying to get political. I will tell you, William Shatner is one of those ones where I have a hard time with it. I'm like so impressed that he's like 95 years old and he looks like he's in his 70s and he's so sharp as a tack, like for reals. And he's done so much good, but he is such an intense person when his politics fires up, and I hate it. I'm like, could you please not do that? God bless you. Yeah, they close at 8. They used to close at 9. That's another thing on the economy, I guess, huh? Kiss, you know. Thank you, Deetra.
right.
That's actually at the end of the Nine Inch Nails song. It's a sample they used. Can't remember which song. What's up, Roger D? What's going on, brother? My wife got locked in the Louis Vuitton. You gotta let me in before she buys the whole store. I'm staying at the Oyo. Dun 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 dun. Oyo. JP, who's to say Bill Shatner is not a friendly guy? He could have had an off day. Everybody's going through a thing, you know. Is Oyo bad? I don't know. Just don't order the coffee at the burger place. It wasn't very good, but it sure as heck had a lot of caffeine. My phone's down to 1% battery life. So I guess this is our final curtain for tonight. 1% battery. Appreciate you guys being here on the stream with me today. It's been a blast. I can't tell you enough how much it matters that you guys help us out and you guys enjoy what we're doing here. So if you don't know, you can use that link below to find us on ways to reach out after the stream. I did have a $15 super chat from somebody today, just randomly in the afternoon. I woke up from my nap and it was like, oh wow, cool. That's pretty amazing. Like, you know, I have to thank that person before my phone completely dies. That person was, what's up, Theron? Thank you so much, brother. That person earlier today was Nick Gasmina. No, it's Gabriel Miko. Yeah, just in the middle of the day. That was pretty cool, right? So thank you so much to Gabriel, to Nick, to Brenda, to Luciano, to Steve Dennis, to Ken Glass, to Realm Entertainment, and to Kyle Hesketh, and to Rich Leggett. They all did that. We also have to thank, before our phone dies, our Cash App folks. Let's see here. Who is that today? That would be, come on now, you got this, Steven. That would be, it's a cent, that's sent. Michael Lee, Sensational Freshies, Kyle Cleese, Reginald Johnson, and Kabir. Thank you guys so much. Go over to our Patreon if you guys want to contribute there. You'll get extra content. I'll be posting up videos early. Thank you so much to everybody who super chatted tonight. I can't see those, or else I would individually thank you and reach out to you like that. But yeah, you're great. We're going to be back on Friday. Make sure you subscribe. And yeah, I love y'all. Like, share, subscribe. And if you're on our trading channel, we'll see you tomorrow, 6 a.m. trading market open, 6 a.m. Pacific time, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard.